Hello, my name is UltimatDJz. This is Talking Trek Live, a podcast about Star Trek's Fleet Command here tonight. Pushing back to your Friday night, temporarily, at least for the next 7 weeks, while we preview Starfleet Academy on Thursday nights. Appreciate you guys all being here. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you. Vic says Talking Trek theme song beats Drippy Biddle every day. Well, I tend to agree with you. That's why we've stuck with it for 7 seasons. Can you believe that? We are just a couple of episodes in. Here we are, January 2026, and starting season number 7. Isn't that absolutely crazy? Thank you guys for the wild support. You guys are amazing. Let's kick it off on the Talking Trek server sound off. Tarpy kicking us off on server 30. What's going on, Dr. Iron Chef on server 14. Nude Whistle 29. Vic on server 33. What's going on? Appreciate you. How you doing? Ben to the Robot on 51. Thank you. Silver Tabs, server 33. Vic says, wait, lucky number 7? Maybe this is our year. Don't count on it, buddy. Jenny Baines on 13, Silver Tab on 33, Johnny 5, server 44, Halo on server 80, Commander Taylor on 187. Thank you, Enterprise on server 30, JG Nasty 702. Vic on 33, Scott on 26, Striker 49, LASIK on 702, Manxman on 24, KJ the Fly Guy, server 34, what's going on? Tin Man on 706, Strider on 30, Fun Daddy 701, Zach on 84, Chris, thank you for joining us on server 31, Parksman 61, Thad on the flagship server, that would be server 15, Kellenvor on server 700, celebrating Ascension, congratulations to you, Broken Wolf on servers 99 and 137, Sherlock Holmes on 27, Freelancer on 17, Demon on 56, and the list goes on and on and on. And I forgot to turn on the screen. See, even I forget things from time to time. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the show. Appreciate you guys all being here. My name is UltimatDJz. This is Talking Trek. Griffin will be joining us momentarily. Tarpy is on the stage. Good evening to you. Welcome into the show. How is you, executive producer Tarpitude? How are you?
Struggling with mute buttons. Otherwise, I'm good. I'm good.
I was struggling with the go live button. Like the button wouldn't press the thingy to put on the camera. All right, but it's fine. Cameras have been frustrating.
Very technical.
Cameras have been frustrating everybody here today. I saw last night. I was watching Lost In. His camera was giving him trouble in the beginning, and cameras, silly little devices. I don't understand why they don't work well all the time, but here we are. Appreciate you guys.
They just make me look bad. Like that's my problem. Cameras.
Welcome to 7 years of my life right here. Appreciate you guys. What's going on? Fisty says nice pink background. No, it's red. It's meant to be red, Fisty. It's a red background with blue swirly tiles. We're changing things up here just a little bit, changing it around. All right. Baconfish says, I just look bad. The camera's just accented. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. Daystro says pink and purple. Nice color scheme. It's red. Guys, it's red. That's not pink. That's red. Is it really pink? I'll have to change it. Let's see if I can actually do this without messing it up. It's red. Why do they all say it's pink? It's not pink. It's not pink. It's not.
It's.
All right.
It's not the reddish shade of red, but it's not the pinkish shade of not red.
Okay, let's see. Either. Let's see if I can actually figure this out. It's a red basic color. Okay, that's it. I think it's just you guys. I think this is just a you problem. All right. If I'm.
It's not that pink. Like. We're not talking baby pink here. We're not talking like fuchsia.
It's not hot pink or anything weird like that. It's just a little bit light on the red scale.
It's
so
like
we got to turn it. Got to turn it
rose.
Darker purple. Got it. Okay. Let's go this way. And ew! What is that? That's like puce. That's like a puce color.
Yeah.
I don't like that. No. That's not good. Here, let's go this way.
That's puke. Puce is something else.
Okay. What about that? That's a little bit more of a purpley. Can we go that round? Purple.
Yeah. I mean, it's your background. You can live with it.
Let's see. Let's try something here. What about that? That looks redder, right? Is that a little more redder? A little more redder?
You realize people are always going to give you problems.
That looks like a red.
Regardless. Oh, that's way more pink.
No, that's red. That's red.
Yeah, no. Remember, I'm looking at Twitch, which has like a 3-second delay. So cool it.
That's a red. That's a red right there. You guys good with the red?
Yes.
Okay, good. We're going to leave it. We're going to leave it with the red. Tony Pie says that's a good red. Okay, we're going to leave it right there. Save. Confirm. Saved successfully. No, I'll tell you why I wanted to change it up a little bit. We've done the blue, but for those of you in podcast, you may not fully understand. Last night, this is why I changed it. That's right, Chris. Last night, I had my normal blue, and then Griffin pulled up, and he had changed his background to be a little bit redder, and it changed the color complexion. So I looked like just a ghost. I looked like I was in grayscale, black and white. And I was like, dude, I
now
can't.
You look orange.
No, God, come on. No.
Like you actually look orange.
I don't want to look.
Have a tan.
Okay, so Griffin came on. He had this beautiful skin tone, lots of good color to his face, and I looked pale white. I'm like, no, this can't happen. This can't happen. So I started tinkering. The lights are right here. The lights are on. Look, shadows. The lights are on. Okay.
Do you have a ring light?
No.
Do you have a ring light?
No, I don't have a ring light. I have better than
ring light.
I have better than ring lights. I have key lights from Elgato. Okay.
Okay.
So, you know
Is
what?
that like the thing you broke of Griffin's?
Yeah. That.
Did you tell people about that?
No, there's no need. I didn't break it anyway. I just screwed something on too tight, and then we had to use a wrench and pliers to get it off. It is fine. Everything's fine.
DJs doesn't know how to screw things right. That's the moral of the story here.
Wow, that's a great way to start this podcast. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Where's Griffin? I need him to rescue me. All right, guys. Yeah, she did say that, Tony Pie. Okay. No, these are key lights. They're even better than ring lights, guys. They're better than ring lights. These are key lights.
So you're not using it. Why?
Not using what?
The key thing that you broke.
I am using the key lights. I'm not using the one that I broke.
Why are you orange?
I'm not orange now. It's the way that the camera captures the ambient lighting. Okay. And so we had to change a couple of things around to give my skin a little bit of color. Okay. Because Griffin looks great and Bubba looks great and Beck looks great. And here I was. I look like a ghost. All right. So I need
right now you look like like your liver is failing. Like you're a little jaundice.
Hey, we heard putts.
We did hear putts. All right. I'm drinking too much.
Crystal clear.
Yeah. Tabby Moses says, stop bullying me, Tarpy. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Wait. No, my job is to bully.
No.
That is my entire job.
Tony Pie says, I bet they all use ring lights. No, Griffin uses key lights. So adjust that one a little bit there. All right. What about now? I look great now, right? I look great now. I'm not washed out. I mean, I was washed out. That's why I had to change the color scheme a little bit. But now I've got, oh, no, don't do that. Oh, I just messed it up again. For the
podcast audience.
Oh, God.
He has a changing background in his room, and
there we go.
The camera just makes him go varying colors of orange to shrimp colored
what?
To yellow.
All right, what about that? Does that look a little bit better? Okay, that looks great. I know, Guru, this is great podcast content. Nobody should care about this. It's fine. Ed Venadia, thank you for the bits. Armadillo, thank you for the bits. Appreciate that. Walker, Sherlock Holmes, thank you for the stream streaks. Papa Smurf, thank you for the bits. Manxman and Venadia, stream streaks. Chaos, thank you for the resub. General Darkfire, good evening. DJs and friends, thank you. Thad, 39 months at tier 2. Let's go, legend. Appreciate that. Thank you guys so very, very much. Tonight we have an interesting treat for you guys planned. We have decided to allow me to not talk. All right, which is absolutely what everybody wants, including Griffin, who finally logs on because I said I'm not going to talk anymore. You've got a speaker monitor on there, buddy.
What are you complaining about now?
I hear myself echoing back through your mic.
Oh, that's a problem to have.
Yeah, no, it's fine now.
Imagine having to hear your voice for 3 hours. It sounds kind of like me, what I have to deal with around here.
Welcome in, everybody. Look how colored and toned his skin looks. And that's
because I go out to the pool and I lay out and I take care of myself.
Yeah.
I'm not in a blizzard zone, and I drink plenty of Ghost Blue Raspberry Slushy, now available at your grocer's refrigerator nationwide.
Oh my God!
Yeah, not the Ghost. No, it's because he lives in Florida and he gets sun. That's the difference.
That's Florida skin. Well, I'm trying to make myself not look as ridiculous. How's that? Okay.
You have played with my screen capture. I am like, why am I zoomed in so far? Look at me.
No, this is you. First of all, you're sitting. Why are you sitting? Why are you sitting so far stage left? Move yourself.
Because I'm.
Then it's your camera. No, it's your camera. That's your camera because I'm looking right at the raw video source and you're half off frame. Okay?
No.
So just turn your camera a little bit. You did that so people wouldn't see your filing cabinet. I know what you did.
And who left that box? Who left that box back here?
Yeah.
And that chair. Who's in charge of the? What is going on with the station?
Yeah. Well, see, this is what I'm saying. You've had some tinkerers over there. Somebody's been pilfering.
Oh,
look at that beautiful
it's tax
file
season.
cabinet.
I have to go through all the files and I have to do all the things.
Mm-hmm. Look at that beautiful
my
filing
CPA
cabinet.
quit. They couldn't handle the zero gravity up here. So
yeah, I can imagine that made them somewhat sick. I can.
It's
see
easier
that.
to sleep.
That solves my problem. There we go.
What?
Okay. That solves my problem right there. That's perfect.
But now my blue raspberry looks like purple raspberry, and that's not a flavor that exists in the world.
And it looks like Welch's Grape Ghost Energy with 200 milligrams of natural caffeine from coffee beans and 1,000 milligrams of carnitine for legendary energy, epic focus, and none of the sugary crash. Use !Ghost in the chat right now to find yourself a link, to find yourself one of over 27 flavors available for direct ship right to your door while supporting Talking Trek. That's !Ghost for Ghost Energy. And tonight's featured flavor, Welch's Grape Ghost Energy, or, blue raspberry slushy, whatever you want. Tabby Moses says, don't we test before we go live? Listen, if we didn't test things, nothing would work. Trust me.
Oh, it feels like I'm 10 years old again at the Circle K, loading up on sugar right before Superstars of Wrestling on a Saturday night. I walked there with my grandma. She'd buy me the blue raspberry slushy and some Garbage Pail Kids, and off I'd go.
Garbage Pail Kids. That's a callback.
That gets me right in the glands. Ooh.
Right in the glands. Oh, that's the right kind of glands, too. Sherlock Holmes, thank you for the 38-month resub. Appreciate that. Daystro's 5-stream streak. Has it been that long already? Yeah, I know. Jondrel, 85-stream streak. Tony Pine, thanks for the bits. Appreciate that. Guys, welcome in. Tonight, we are approaching the weekend of the final arc. So here's what I thought we could do a little bit, Griffin, is just kind of have a little bit of a chit-chat, right?
So hold on. To be clear, there's not breaking news. It is not the weekend of the final arc. It is the final weekend of the current arc.
Oh, see, that was my leak, everybody. That was my leak. You guys didn't know. Yeah, this is why I've been looking for other sponsors of the channel. As a matter of
Pokemon
fact,
Go.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We've been playing Pokemon Go, and allow me to introduce you to Regen Gamer Optics, guys. This is one of our sponsors, and the sponsors of these cool glasses that I'm wearing right here. I love these glasses, and I'll tell you why. Because I might forget to put them on before I put the whole setup on, Griffin. Like you right now, if you took off your glasses, you're not getting them back on. You're not getting them back on without taking the headphones off and moving things and wire. Yeah, see, you can't get that on there. But look, I took mine off.
There's got to be a better way.
There is a better way, and it's these amazing headphone type arms available from Regen Gamer Optics. I just slide them on right there, and they mount around the headphones. And you guys can find these and so many other models available at Regen Gamer Optics. If you're in our chat right now, just do !Regen. !Regen for you to find your glasses that suit you. But If you don't want to spend money on one, you could just wait a couple of more days. Last month, Griffin, we gave away 3 sets totaling almost $400 worth of glasses. And this month,
That was a great promotion.
This month, we're doing it again. That is exclamation point Regen, REGEN 0 Gs. And coming up next week, we have another gaming tournament sponsored by Regen Gamer Optics, where we will choose not 1, not 2, but 3 more winners of a free pair of glasses. And as we discovered last month, Griffin, they will also do prescription. All right, so like if
they will indeed, and
they will.
You know, that's how they work. That's how they look on you and everything. But why don't you tell the class how they make your eyes feel after a while?
Let me tell you something. This is a relaxing pair of glasses because at the end of a show, I'm usually like wide-eyed. My eyes are a little bit dry. I'm just a little bit jittery. And I don't understand the science of all this with the blue light and all that stuff. I don't get that. But what I can tell you is I enjoy wearing these, especially if I'm going to be working at my computer for a long time or doing a long show or even doing some gaming where stuff is going to be strained on my eyes, lots of stimulation. I find myself with the ability to relax faster after the end of a show by wearing these. And they relax my eyes a little bit because not everything is quite as bright. There's some kind of filter in here. I don't know. It's a different color when I put them on, but it's like on your computer monitor, like the night light mode or whatever, where everything's just a little bit less sharp. Yeah, it's a little warmer, and it makes me feel better. That. Yeah, so that is what you can get. The jitters are not from the caffeine. I mean, they might be a little bit, but you can. They're
not from the. They're saying they're from the Ghost. Ghost doesn't make you jittery. See, that's the thing about Ghost. It's Carnipure. It doesn't have sugar in it. You're making me step on one promotion and talk about the other promotion. We already talked about the first promotion.
That's right. We don't have to worry about that first promotion. This one right here is actually a real promotion that actually, gives our audience stuff instead of, just adding extra tax documents to Griffin's filing cabinet up there.
Well, I just think of the children, DJs.
Fair.
Think of the sick children.
Think of the children. There you go, guys. Regen Gamer Optics right now using code UltimatDJz at checkout to save 20% off your entire order. Promotion may or may not be combinable with other offers. Please be sure to check that out for a referral link as well. Exclamation point Regen, and find that specific link absolutely to link over and credit our store and use UltimatDJz at checkout to save 20%. Thank you again to our sponsors at Regen Gamer Optics.
I did order a pair, and I cannot wait for them to come in. I'm excited for them. I have needed a new pair of blue light glasses for a long time, and these are the way to go. I like how they cover the eye. It's very good because, you're looking left and right. They slide right on with the headphones, and most importantly, they look great. So why not?
Yeah, they feel good. They don't even hurt my ears like normal glasses do. So you guys be sure to check those out. For those of you who won your glasses last month, I did finally get those shipped out. And listen, it didn't take 6 months. Ha ha! Yeah!
That's a Christmas miracle.
You know what else? I got shipped out? You know what else I got shipped out? I got shipped out
my Lego. Did you ship my Lego?
No. Was I supposed to do that? Oh,
yeah, you're going to ship me a Lego.
Okay. I bought
the overhead camera and everything. I thought we were going to put a Lego together.
Well, you know why? Honestly, I remember that, but it did slip my mind slightly because I'm still waiting on the lighting kit. So it's not even been on my radar of something I want to build. I do need to get that out this week. I think I'll ship it on Monday.
Perfect.
Just kidding. The world is going to be shut down on Monday, but it'll be fine. I'll get it out sometime next week. I am personally going to be buried under what's guesstimated right now at about 4 to 6 inches of ice.
14 inches, I think you're going to get.
14? That sounds about right.
Finally, you're going to get your 14 inches.
14 inches. But you know what else I did get out this week, Griffin, was Shelby and Lost In's Cheesecake. Yes. Got those shipped out. Sure did. And they arrived in perfect condition. All right.
Did they?
They were still chilled. They were still cold all the way through. They weren't frozen, but admittedly, it took 40 hours. The cold packs were still in there. That's right, Putz. They got them. Both Lost In was actually telling this story on his podcast or on his stream last night that he had got it, and his daughter was extremely concerned for his safety. What, you're just going to eat food that some stranger sent you?
That looks like a Paradise Grill's outdoor counter. Look at that wine bar on the left. Look at the fridge on the right with a sink in the middle. Is that a Paradise Grill's outdoor counter?
I don't know. We'll have to ask Lost In if he used your referral code. Did you get any large commissions this past year?
Look at I get large commissions every day for everything, but look at the outdoor counter. Look at the 90-degree turns.
Yeah,
this is definitely an outdoor grill situation that we got going on here.
Yeah, this
interesting.
This does look like a pergola from Paradise Grills. Lost In. Look at you using the referral code and supporting the channel. Appreciate you very much. Yes, thank you.
Perfect.
So anyway. Lost In got his cake. This one, oh, you know what? I apologize. This isn't Lost In's photo. This is Shelby's photo. Shelby's got the Paradise.
Definitely Shelby has the Paradise Grill.
Yeah, this is Shelby's right here.
He's got the Paradise Grill. He definitely has a couple Vengeance toilets.
Yeah, this is Shelby's right here. So this was his cheesecake. It made it. You can see, I mean, listen, only one extra crack, really. I mean, it shipped remarkably well. He even joked with me that he was shocked at how I wrapped it. This is all the wrapping material that I used right here. And for those of you in podcast, I'm not kidding you when I tell you I used at least a quarter roll of plastic wrap. I used every bit of a half a roll of aluminum foil. All right. I wrapped this thing up tight. Okay. And then I put freezer packs all around it. I put 8 freezer packs in the box. And then, Griffin, I bubble wrapped the box and put it inside another box. And look,
that's overkill.
It made it perfectly. You want to say that it's overkill, but look how it arrived. All right. And it was still cold. He said, and I quote, it was chilled. All right. Not frozen, but it was still chilled. And that's good. That's perfect.
I like it.
So Lost In also got his the other night, and his daughter was giving him grief about it. Said she apparently learned this in lifeguard class. Was it lifeguard class, chat? Who heard this story? Captain Surge, thank you for the 100 kitty bitties. Risha, thank you for the 9-month resub. Appreciate that so much. Whoa, Captain Surge going crazy with the bitties. Thank you, buddy.
Oh.
Thank you. Captain Q, 37 months on the resub. Thank you so kindly. Appreciate that. So Lost In's daughter was extremely worried for him to eat this cheesecake, Griffin, because she said, I smell cinnamon. And it was babysitting class. Thank you, Austin. Babysitting class. She said, I smell cinnamon. And apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently cinnamon is what you would use. Here's a helpful tip for all you guys. Cinnamon is what you would use if you were trying to hide the taste of poison. And, and she learned this in babysitting class.
Goodness.
She learned this in babysitting class, so she was extremely concerned for Lost In to eat this cake. Now, he ate it. He's fine. Has anybody heard from him today?
No, I have not.
Okay, just checking. Tabby Moses says, don't worry, she eats DoorDash every night. What does she actually know? So, yeah, good tip. They learned this in babysitting class. All right, so.
Why, though?
I don't know. I don't know why they learned that in babysitting class.
How does that make you a better babysitter? Exactly.
I guess you smell everything for cinnamon. Just, what? That has cinnamon in it? Get out of here.
Like CPR certified, that definitely. Yep, sure, that belongs on the babysitter resume. Know how to bake frozen pizza in the oven? Yeah, I would put that on my resume.
Covering up the electrical outlets and making sure you can't stick anything in the electrical outlets. That counts.
I know what spices hide or mask the taste of poison. I don't think I'm going to tell my clients that.
Well, nonetheless, he ate it as fine as that might have been. Okay, good. Putzal says, I just killed his minor OPC. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's still breathing.
That means he's still dead. Still dead. Even more dead.
Wait, you caught him OPC? That means he hasn't been around to cycle his minor. Can somebody call him, please?
Coma. He's in a coma.
God bless. Well, is Shelby alive? Has anybody heard from Shelby? You guys are making me super nervous. You guys are making me super nervous right now. All right. Anyway, the cheesecakes made it. As a matter of fact, all prizes have been issued, including the battle passes, the paid packs. Everything has been delivered. The only thing that hasn't The only thing that hasn't, and I am going on about, God. I gave these away in December, so we're going on about 2 months. I've got some of the command badges and San Diego T-shirts I haven't sent out. So I'm gonna have to get that done. But hey, we're not at 6 months yet. And listen, even 6 months would be better than last time, because last time it was 9 months. All right, so
San Diego was in July.
Yeah, but I didn't give them away then. I brought them home and put them in a box, and then I gave them away on the show during December. Thank you, Sydney. He said the cheesecake was great. I'm curious. I would love to know from both of them, because here was the claim. Was it the best cheesecake they've ever eaten? That is my claim. Okay? So that's what I want to know. Is it, in fact, the best cheesecake that they have ever eaten? Betty Hills Ghost says, DJs, need to know when you guys are going to clear the veil. You know, we keep forgetting about that, Griffin. I don't understand why. Oh, look. A Paulsome joke over there. We should do that instead. Tabby Moses said it's... No.
We're going to the veil.
Not tonight, we're not. No, not tonight. Tonight, we have different things to do.
There's no time like the present.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. Podcast audience isn't going to get any enjoyment out of listening.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair.
You know, I mean,
there's always tomorrow.
There's
Penguin is going to be at the spa tomorrow for a girls' trip, a girls' birthday trip. So maybe we can have a little Saturday veil clearing.
You want to clear the veil tomorrow? You want to do it tomorrow?
We might clear the veil tomorrow. We should just do it tomorrow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a date. We're clearing the veil tomorrow. Okay,
can we like?
We'll see how boring
bets?
the veil is after all.
You will see how that
can
goes.
We place bets on who gets more grumpy DMs?
Sure. We'll do that tomorrow. That sounds great. All right. Matt Hatter says tonight makes sense. People are in arenas right now. Yeah, but podcasts. Can I make a dramatic narrative for our clearing of the veil? Yeah, sure. I could probably work on something like that. Anyway, listen.
I might need to change my screen name for this.
Yeah? What do you...
Yeah.
Oh, no. What would you change it to?
Matters and I can read that in the background.
What would you change it to?
I don't know. Something naughty.
Mine is going to definitely be something that throws off all suspicion and places it directly on Griffin. That's
I might change my screen name to It's for the Kids.
There you go. That would probably be better. That would be good. So, Tarpy, let's change gears here a little bit. You had an idea tonight for a show that we wanted to do. And actually, when we were talking about it, at first, I was thinking, that's an interesting topic because I wasn't sure how it would relate to the rest of the audience. And then I kind of got to thinking, I was like, you know what? This is actually perfect because we are approaching the end of the arc. This is it. Weekend number 3 is coming up. And look at Scopely, by the way. I'm just going to throw out a very quick, small little thumbs up. All right. But how about this? How about this interim event schedule blog that just popped up today? And have we ever gotten this in an actual full-blown blog ahead of schedule? I mean, this actually might be one of the most cohesive interim schedule releases in a long time. All right, and I was pretty pleased with it. It gives all the events for all the ops, and it's in a blog post, and it's in-game news, and it doesn't even start until Monday.
Amazing.
I'm going to take the win. I'm going to celebrate small victories here, guys.
I like it.
I'm going to celebrate small victories here. Okay, so appreciate that, and that is fantastic right there. So. Polar Bear says, what's the cover up? I don't know. We haven't figured it out yet. But here's the deal. The fact that it is coming now tells us what we're going to be doing for the next week. Okay? Tells us what we're going to be doing for the next week, Tarpy. And
indeed, it does. Yeah.
That actually set up kind of a thought in your mind, which I thought was actually superb, which was how is what we did this past month going to prepare us for what's coming, specifically Galactic Rush? All right. And therefore, what is our goal? What was our goal for the month of January? And what is our goal moving forward into the month of February as we work through interim? What is some of the stuff that you guys have got on your checklist? As a matter of fact, earlier today, I think I told you guys Oliver's got flu B. All right.
Yeah.
Oliver's got
Bummer.
flu B, so I had to stick around for that. And I was at home today. But hang on just 1 second. Tarpy, can you remove that for me?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Thanks. In the meantime, here's what I do want to do. And I'm just going to throw this out. I did tell you guys. Now, for the record, appreciate you watching. And I will tell you that, whoa, what did you do, Tarpy? What did you do, Tarpy?
What are you talking about?
Ah! No, that was wrong. That was the wrong one. I know.
Disaster.
I know. Working on it. I can undo that. I can undo that.
We're having technical issues in the background.
It's a new button. It's fine.
New buttons. Anyway, no. What I will tell you though, true talk. I actually told the chat, ladies and gentlemen. My brother-in-law is in the chat right now and says, "Yo, shout out to Ensign Lucy." I told you guys that the day before my birthday, I got a brand new niece. All right, most epic birthday gift ever. I got a brand new niece. Her name is Lucy. And so I've got to ask you, brother. I got to ask you because I actually had forgotten about this. I don't know how I forgot about this, but I was talking about this, and chat actually reminded me that because, first of all, love the name. Lucy is so perfect. It's beautiful. It's cute. It's elegant. It's classic. I don't know how you guys landed on choosing that name, but I love it. It could not be more perfect. She is a beautiful Lucy, and I absolutely love that name. Yeah, chat's going. Congrats on Lulu. You're not going to call her Lulu, are you? Are we going to call her Lulu or just Lucy?
Lucy.
Lulu? No.
In the sky with diamonds.
Ensign Lucy. Now, here's the deal. Chat reminded me, brother. Chat reminded me that because here's how this came about. I was talking about Lucy, and I said, I love Lucy. And then it was brought to my attention that Lucille Ball was one of the significant driving factors in Star Trek staying on the air. So then I got to thinking, no way. I know he's a huge Trek fan. Did he name her after Lucille Ball? And then I got to thinking, he's a nerd, but I don't know if he's that much of a nerd. But oh my God, is that what he did? Because if you did, that is epic beyond all proportions. You win the internet for the entire year, man. That is a big one. You named your kid after Lucille Ball, so that's what I've got to know. All right, was this a happy accident? Was this your secret plot all along? All right, just kind of curious. All right, how we landed on Lucy, but I love that. I love it. So apparently my sister came up with it. The first thing I told her was my great-grandmother was named Lucy, and then I told her the Trek connection, and you guys still landed on it. You know what? That's epic. That's awesome. Love it. Absolutely love it. So that is fantastic. Well, thanks, brother. Appreciate you being out here. Thanks for tuning in. And yes, super huge shout out to the newest member of the Trek family, little Lucy. Nephew Lucy. Or niece, nephew, something like that. My new.
Wow. We're just screwing up all over the place over here.
You know what? Everything's fine. I've got a brand new niece. I'm Uncle DJz again, and I'm very, very. Yeah, I'm a tongue-tied dork. He knows me.
Hey, you found your name for tomorrow.
Tongue-tied dork.
Tongue-tied dork.
That's great. Thanks. Appreciate that.
That's
Thanks
accurate.
for stopping in, buddy. I appreciate it. And congratulations. I actually messaged my sister earlier, I think it was yesterday, just asking how she was. She said that Lucy has been a phenomenal baby. Lucy's been a great baby and has been sleeping. She's getting good chunks of sleep. Listen, this is her first week at home, and she's sleeping pretty good. She says, thankfully so far, knock on wood, a really easy baby. You know what? That's great. I love that.
That's great.
Brother says, she's so dope. She watched Starfleet Academy with me yesterday. Okay, I have to ask. And I know we got to get back to the podcast, but I got to ask, brother. Tell me that you're liking Starfleet Academy. Because it's breaking.
Does Lucy agree with me that Tarima is actually an Ancients of Wendit manipulator?
He does not like Tarima. I think Tarima's great. He doesn't like Tarima. He thinks Tarima's the super
I'm
baddie.
I'm asking how Lucy feels, okay?
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, brother likes Tarima. All right. Well, that's.
There's
I like
something
Tarima
about
too.
Tarima.
There is something about Tarima, but no, that's good. You liking it? Are you liking the show? Because it breaks my heart to see the internet just tearing this thing apart. But I have enjoyed it. I really actually have. I mean, aside from a couple of little writing decisions or whatever that is present in literally every single show. All right, there's not a perfect TV show out there, but I have actually really enjoyed this so far. I mean, I it breaks my heart to read all this crap on the internet.
It's
so
from a very vocal minority.
yeah. He says, I'm very open. It's fun. We'll see. No one hates Trek like Trek fans. And that is so true. I mean, honestly,
so
God,
true.
that is so true. Nobody hates Trek like Trek fans do. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. So anyway, Tarpy, as we're preparing to head into interim week where we've got the schedule, we've got the blog post, we've got all the events that are coming over the next week, you thought it'd be an interesting idea to see, because Griffin's an uber whale, right? And I'm whaling
that was
it
the
up.
entire motivation.
Yeah.
That was
Griffin.
I'm spending money right now, in fact.
No, you're not. What are you doing right now? I'm
Fantastic.
just going to
I'm
take just a
I'm
quick.
actively-
Oh, your screen share's off.
Well,
just gonna
yeah,
check.
I don't want to be mocked and ridiculed.
Got it. Why? What are you buying?
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Nothing. I'm simply playing in alliance tournaments. Everything's fine.
Wait.
Everything's fine.
Wait, did you just
Mocked
buy
and
repair
ridiculed.
tokens? Tell me you just bought repair tokens.
Of course. Who doesn't buy repair tokens?
What? Oh, God. You dirty, dirty spender. Anyway, Tarpy, the idea was, let's get an idea about what it is that the community is working on, what they felt like they needed to accomplish in the month of January. Did or did they not, in fact, accomplish those goals? And what is the goal moving forward into the next couple of weeks as we head into February? So I'm going to kind of step back here and let you drive and tell me a little bit about what you had planned for this segment. What is it that you're wanting to accomplish from this, and what is it that you plan to present?
So one of the things I was thinking about is not necessarily New Year's resolutions, but one of my goals for 2026 is actually to finish off a loop in this game every month, or like set myself up so that I can do that. And one of the things that I was thinking about was trying to get other panelists who are from different, we spend different amounts of money or in different ops, to see what they're working on, to see kind of how the game impacts what they work on and kind of where everybody's going kind of around the arcs. So
The chat's
I
not
mean,
going to let me
we'll
talk.
see. If you can talk if you want to, but
Help
part
button's
of
broke.
it is that
Help button's broke. Help button's broke again. The help button's broke.
maybe they just want
go
your
the
help
other way
that
and
bad,
click
man.
that.
I'm trying to click the help button and it's broke again. It's broke again.
For the first time ever. Who cares? You care about
Others
that?
too.
Please.
I want it to go away. All right. It's taking up valuable
act-
HUD space.
You act like nobody has ever watched
though?
the show before. You never hit your help button.
Listen,
Ever.
He doesn't hit the shield button either.
I have a shield
No, that's
because
true.
Scopely put one up for me. So it's great. Wait, you guys are saying the help button's been broken for 4 months? Wait,
Yes.
really?
Oh, no.
Yes. It has been
Oh.
broken since summer.
Okay. I did. Oops. My
There are
bad.
some people, not everyone. So
It's been broken more often than not in the last 6 months. Yes,
Clearly,
it's
I
an-
click it all the time then. It's an interesting thing, Tarpy, because actually, crazy enough, I had a little extra time to play today because Oliver's been home with the flu. So I didn't go to work today. I took a couple of meetings, but then I had free time this afternoon, which was really weird and for a Friday. And so I started playing and started doing some mining of transigen.
I like that.
Yes.
Very therapeutic.
I was starting to mine transigen because I realized when I looked, I was out. I was out of uncommon. I was out of rare. I was out of epic. I was out of all of it. And so I thought, well, maybe today's a day that I can spend some time cycling some miners every 7 to 8 minutes and try to restock for at least a couple of weeks. Another thing that I did is I sent my Dauntless to Mirror Space probably 4 or 5 times, burned down some tokens. Another thing I did, and so it's really interesting. The timing, Tarpy, is perfect because I also sent my Reliant out to gather some of the stuff for the Wrath of Connarg. I actually played Catchup today. And it's weird that you wanted to
game. Incredible.
Yeah, it's weird. With you wanting to do this show, it was odd because it was like what I was doing is exactly what you wanted to talk about. What are people kind of catching up on? And it's interesting, right? It captured my attention. So I'm curious to hear what you guys have to share.
Like, part of also why I wanted to do this is we were complaining a lot of last year, or the first part of last year, that the arcs gave us too much to do, that we couldn't keep up with the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they've kind of backed off from that a little bit, and now that people are complaining that they're not getting enough to do, weird. I wanted to see how people are filling their time, if they feel like they're doing it effectively or...
I love this question.
Yeah, it is actually a really kind of cool idea. I actually used Alliance tournaments today, used some currency to buy some Vindicator parts, right? Did some Vindicator parts, did a tier on my Vindicator, and I would have waited, but as it turns out, I actually missed the Thursday event, so I have nothing to spend in my Vindicator refinery. So I thought, well, not a big deal. I guess I can go and do that because it's basically going to be a week. I've only got 300 of the tokens left, so it's only going to be a week before I can start pulling these things again. But yeah, Enterprise says, I feel like I need a really long checklist sometime. Now, you guys know that I like to bulk play. Typically, how I will play is I'll do something for a significant period of time and try to get a couple of weeks or a month or so out of it. But there is a lot to keep up with. And as we take a look at what is happening here and now, I thought that it was an interesting idea. Look here, I got my Dauntless over in aggregation space. You want to know why? I ran out of the uncommon, not that one, the uncommon stuff. I ran out of the
Why do you need it?
Uncommon reclaimed loot. Why?
Who cares?
Well, I didn't pay to max my building. Okay. I still have artifacts to get out of there. Let's take a look.
What kind of shots fired is that supposed to mean? I didn't pay to max my building. Like
my building is not max. My Recon Locust building is not max. As a matter of fact, this is a very slow building for a lot of people. All right. There's what else is in here? There's some forbidden techs and forbidden tech materials, chaos tech materials.
Nice.
No, prototype tech. It's prototype stuff in here. And listen, I'm still banking the prototype stuff because Jules told me to. All right. And so, hey, I don't know. I'm working on it. I needed stuff. I needed stuff. So I decided to work on some of that stuff. Aggregation research. That's a big one. The aggregation research is beautiful. As a matter of fact, I tried to do, you know what? I think I didn't do a couple of those today. And maybe this is the wrong thing. Maybe I'll ask you guys. I did do one aggregation today, but I'm kind of trying to... It was aggregation research I was working on today. I did a bunch of stuff for my Dauntless, and I'm working on trying to get these so I can get over to the... let's see, what was the one that I wanted to get to? I don't remember which research I was trying to get to with aggregation, but there's a lot of aggregation research to do. Mm-hmm, so anyway, it was that kind of thinking today. Exactly that, Tarpy. What do I have that I need to catch up on that I can stock up on a little bit while we prepare for the next arc? Because when the next arc comes out, we're all going to be busy again, right? So what did you come up with? Yeah, Putz, go ahead.
How much of the aggregation research material did you spend today?
A great deal.
Ballpark?
Probably 8 or 10,000.
So that's roughly 40 million points on that day's Coda event. Didn't we just have a Coda? I'm not waiting a month.
We did.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
I get it. But you know what? We've talked about this time and time again. And honestly, where I am approaching this game perspective 5 years too late. I totally get it. But Ripper had this right 5 years ago. I just do it. I'm not holding up my progress for an entire month to wait on an event where I'm going to earn 10 officer shards. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to
Amen to that.
I'm going to finish that event. All right, I don't care about the leaderboard, but I'll finish the SMS with something I've got going on. I'm not waiting an entire month. We just had it last week. You know, I'm not waiting 3 or 4 more weeks to do research that's going to help me improve my grind game now. All right,
and that's if they don't change the metric.
Well, that's true. Coda they could change it. So, you know, and besides, Strider says artifacts are great for that event. Now, I will point out that is what I used this time was artifacts. I am going to have to be a little bit more careful moving forward because a lot of my artifacts are starting. Look, there's Pike Sextant. That's a mastery artifact. That's going to be done. And all of my masteries are done after that except for Spock's Ritual Gong. But here's another thing. I've not been holding my mastery artifacts because of what they pay me every single day. You know, they pay me a lot of stuff every single day, so I don't want to burn that. Look, here's 2 mastery artifacts that as soon as I upgrade these, they will no longer score for Coda. So, admittedly,
you run into that.
Yeah, admittedly, I am going to have to prepare for the next one a little bit more carefully, Putz, not to dismiss that point, but I'm not going to wait an entire month to do research.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it is a balancing act. It's a balancing act.
Yeah, and I just wanted to bring it up so that we were all aware, like, hey, like that is still something, you know, that is scoreable, you know, for those who maybe need to or choose to hoard. I know for me personally, that day I can do probably if I spent that or if I spent some other stuff, but it's actually a day that I can win. So I hold on to that.
And I totally respect that. I totally agree with that. As a matter of fact, we were having a meeting. Just the other day, and there was a lot of conversation amongst the moderators and content creators about hoarding for Coda, which, by the way, is a heroic event. Okay, but there was a lot of conversation about hoarding, and I'm just thinking to myself, you know, Ripper did have this so right, waiting so long to progress on your account. You know, and we used to do it everywhere. We used to do it with officer recruit tokens. How long did we hold ourselves back from promotions of officers just to be able to possibly score at an event? And now we're looking at things like Coda, and we're holding for a month or 2 months at a time to win 10 officer shards. You know, it obviously balancing act. I totally get it. But, you know, a lot of people in this meeting were debating exactly this, Putz, on whether or not they should hoard for this or hoard for that. And I'm just thinking to myself, you know, that's great if that's what you want to do, but what are you costing yourself in the meantime? You know,
time.
Yeah, you're
Not
you're
enough
right.
time.
Time.
But I don't think it's an answer that is everyone should follow, right? Like
sure.
Actually, you know, to be able to consistently say under the current paradigm of how we source officers that I'm going to unlock the officer every time minimally, right? To me, that is worth waiting, you know, on average 2 to 3 weeks to do something.
But it depends. Like sometimes we get garbage officers months in a row. And you've been waiting and waiting, and so you unlock a crap officer that's not very usable for your gameplay. I mean, we don't know it's coming.
Wait, what? Did you guys hear that?
I didn't hear anything.
Simon,
Did you guys?
Theodore, one of them.
I heard.
There was like a squeaky like helium noise. That must have been your chair or something.
Yeah, my chair must have squeaked or something. I'm not exactly sure. Anyway.
It kind of sounded like the squirrel saying that next month's officer is not trash.
I don't think you heard that properly. There's no way. Come on, don't be putting words in the squirrel's mouth. All right.
What?
The squirrel.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that. No, you know what?
Putting words in somebody else's
let me
mouth.
tell you this. Let me tell you this. Okay, because I also promised Tarpy I would leak something tonight.
Don't blame me.
I'm blaming Tarpy. All right. Here's the deal.
Ugh. Again,
Putz may be onto something this month. Okay, and you're right, Matters. Not every month there's a good officer, but if you were one of those players that was on the fence about hoarding, I'll tell you this: I am actually more than averagely pleased with the officer for next month. So if you're one of those players that plays it like putts, then maybe that's the way to go this month. I don't know. I don't want to encourage hoarding. I don't want to encourage people holding their progress back, but I do believe that people will love this officer this month. So there you go. Leak. What?
Leak.
Huh? What? Didn't hear anything. So anyway, there's that. So, Putz, what is it that you've been working on? If you're going to hoard everything, let me ask. All right, and sorry, I don't want to step on Tarpy's toes, but since you brought it up, let me just ask. If you're going to hoard everything, what is it that you're actually going to do over the next couple of weeks? What did you do this month?
Well, first of all, this month, this was the very first month ever.
You gotta be careful. All the government employees were just asked that question week after week after week for like 3 months. It's a very sensitive subject, okay? Plus, you didn't need to ask it that way. I apologize.
Yeah, sorry. What are you actually doing with your time?
No, I finished the first day Coda event for the first time since they took away a lot of the scoring. I ended up winning the overall meta. I have my officer to I have Sulu to almost tier 3. I'm very happy about that. But what I have been doing is just steadily working my my base. I am 7 buildings away from Ops 68.
Very nice.
Okay. All right. But you did all of that with. Did you do all of that during Coda?
Well, during Coda, I actually I played it backwards. I actually was able to use all of the other scoring mechanics besides that didn't include mats, except for the small amount of mats that I had to spend on like the specialty ship days and stuff like that. But on day 1, I didn't build a single building. I did it. Well, I mean, I built the specialty buildings, but I didn't build a building that took mats.
So why are you spending mats now? There's no
well,
event.
No, I'm not spending mats now.
Oh.
On the very last day of Coda, the last 2 days, I finished the meta on Coda on that for the very first time by building buildings. And I built like 38 buildings.
Wow.
That weekend. I am now building. There's 12 buildings I have that don't take scoreable mats right now. For some reason, from going from 67 to 68, all of the not the generators, but the vault and the warehouse, and then a significant number of other buildings took just common mats for some reason. Like, I was kind of surprised. I didn't do the research on what paid what. I just was like, oh, I unlocked this, and oh, I don't get to score with this. Okay, back burner that. So for the next 21 days, I will try to knock out at least all 12 of those buildings, so that the next time Coda comes around, that I have the ability to spend mats on buildings during day 1, or even possibly wait and hold off and spend that on day 4 and 5 next time.
Okay.
And then also on the research side, I'm at a point now where most of the research doesn't take scoreable mats for me. I've got some G6 stuff, but I'm completely done with everything that scores G4, G5. And so I'm doing a lot of hazard research and stuff like that doesn't take mats. And I try to get one done, maybe one done every other day. Because they're now at about 3 or 4 days worth of time frame. Other than that,
I can agree with a lot of that. I think a lot of us will play with that level of strategy, at least, hey, outside of a spending event, I am going to do the stuff that wouldn't pay points, right? Like, there's a difference between just saying, oh, to crap with it versus doing it at the right time. But like, Dauntless Research, for example, to wait a whole month is going to hold back my Dauntless progress, I feel. And I use the Dauntless a lot. I am actually pushing right now to allow my Dauntless to go hit the 70s. I can very reliably hit the 68s, but I would like that increased drop chance of the 15-hour speed up. So I'm still going to work on trying to get the Dauntless to where it can grind 70s. But at the same time, like here, Recon Locust building, I actually have an upgrade available for that. We know that doesn't score anymore, at least with regards to the Vengeance events. Now, does that still score in Coda? I believe that it probably does.
It did.
So
it did last time.
So now I'm going to look. What am I actually going to give up here? This might be one that I could hang on to a little bit, I guess. All right. It's not a game-breaking thing, but at the same time, it's ready to go. So should I pop that? On the other hand, stuff that we know doesn't score, right? Like the Treasury. All right. If I get enough rare optical diodes to go ahead and punch a level on that, then I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I think that there is some sense, right, to what you're saying. But holding up, like, I guess where I have to draw the line is, right, is just stopping all progress on scoreable metrics while we wait, because those scoreable metrics are usually the most recent mechanics. Those are the ones that I'm pushing. Those are the ones that I'm trying to get elevated faster so that I can use that tool better. Does that make sense?
It does. But, if I'm going to do this without buying the $20 battle pass or without buying the ship that comes out, if I'm gonna play the game that way, right, then I have to live with, maximizing as much as I can. And sometimes that means that I'm not going as fast as I maybe want to, but I've never gotten to the point where my building or my research is sitting empty and it's just going, I can't do anything, and I'm just twiddling my thumbs.
Sure.
I have never waited that long. I came close once, but no, I've never waited that long. That's ridiculous. And even this time around, I'm pushing ops really, really hard. I don't know if I want to stop at 68 and try to gather as much stuff up and just go 69, 70, in one fell swoop, or if I want to, keep pushing and just trudge along. But no, my overall goal is op 70 before the end of the semester.
That's actually a good question. Let's rephrase that question for the community here that you just posed there at the very last in the very last sentence, Putz. Do I do a push, or do I go ahead and do what I can now? Give us that scenario again, and let's see what the chat thinks about that, and I'll pull the rest of the panel as well. Is there such a thing where you are right now, because you're not spending, and that is a key deterrent, or a key swing point right here. Like, that's the pendulum, right? Because one of the big reasons that people will always say push the ops is A, event rewards, right? But B, also the pack contents. They significantly improve every single time you punch your ops. So if somebody says, hey, I'm going to go from 67 to 70 all at one time, and I'm thinking to myself, well, there is some sense to that. But then there's also other things that don't make sense, like all of the events in the meantime that you're getting 67 rewards when you could be getting 68 or 69 rewards. Okay. So what again, let's throw this out. And you know what? Riskbreaker says, let's throw up a poll. I think that's a wonderful idea. Putz, give us your scenario again, exactly what it is. What is the decision that you are looking at as far as your push, or I don't want to say your slow roll, but at least knocking it off as you can?
Right. So the two options I am looking at is when I get to 68, which should be in the next couple of weeks, because like I said, I'm only 5 buildings away. So the next time probably the next coda, I'll go 68. Do I sit at 68 and collect up enough mats to the next time I spend on my buildings that I go 69, 70, and get all the way to shipyard 70, so that, because I have essentially the stuff ready to build all three G6 epics.
You know, it's funny how you do that. I know James Bond did the same thing. You did that on our show here a year and a half ago when you went to 60, built all three epics, all
not
at
a
the
year and a
exact
half ago.
a year ago, right?
Last April.
Was it April?
It was
last April.
Okay, so almost a year.
It's
almost
like
a year.
9 months.
9 months. Okay, so
Yeah.
and I know you were prepared to do that. So let's take a look here. The poll is on your screen right now for those of you in the live studio audience. Burst pushed to 70. Should he wait at 67 or push to 70 right here and now? The poll is up, and I'm wondering. So you guys are saying, so right now the vote is 70-30 here, Putz, in favor of doing a bulk push. Tarpy, you're going to have to explain that one to me. Explain that to me. Is it because he's free to play?
I don't know. Like, I want to say it's because, like, if you can get some of those better ships and you can do more stuff with it, why not? Like, the waiting for an officer who may or may not be good, or that you may or may not be able to get, like, even if Putz hoards literally everything between now and the next officer that he really, really values, he's late G6. There's always going to be someone on that server who spends more money than he does.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't see necessarily why you would wait if you can do more stuff and you have everything ready. So I guess, Putz, did you actually look at how much stuff you'd need to go to 70?
No, that's the thing. Like, when I go to 68 in the next 21 days, right, I'm going to reassess and go, okay, do I want to continue and keep pushing and keep building and get there in chunks? Or do I want to stop and be like, okay, if I'm going to mat spend, I'm going to mat spend on other places, and I'm going to bank up and hold at 68 until I know I have enough mats to push all the way to shipyard 70. So that was the two choices. Have I looked to see how much it is? No. I have been just thinking about, should I do it because of my relativity is my best ship, and it will be maxed out probably next coda. I've got one tier. I'm one tier away, or like a half a tier away. Basically, I think I got like half of those done already. But I don't know if that will carry me with these new V'ger hostiles. I don't know if I can kill a 70 reliably, more than maybe one per hull. So
that is a really good thing to test before you go, if you
for
can.
sure. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and that's why going to 68 and also getting a maxed relativity will kind of happen at the same time. And that's when I have to kind of make that decision and go, okay, let's test this. Is this feasible? If it is feasible, then I can kind of play. I can kind of straddle the fence on that decision for another month at least, and say, what do I want to do next? The next coda. March.
I'll tell you, it's funny to hear that answer, because I wasn't planning on this leak, but I feel now obligated to give it to you. All right.
Uh-oh. This one's not because of me.
No, this one's
not my fault.
For those of you, because I see the chat, you're torn, you're talking, and a lot of people, this is interesting to me. A lot of people are, if you look at chat right now, Griffin, a lot of people are basing their progression over their ability with these V'ger hostiles. Now, I don't know if that was
Help is on the way! Help is on the way!
No!
Hey.
I'm not going that far. Okay? As a matter of fact, I'm here to tell you, for free to play, they're about to get harder. Okay? And that's a scary thing, because that's a very scary thing.
I know it's not. For me, I like it because
No,
now,
what you're missing,
it's
Putz, you just said that if I can punch up to a 70, right? If I can punch up to a 70, then I might think about doing it. Then what if you do it? What if you do it? Because next month, guys, and I'm here to tell you, all right? Yeah, these are going to get harder. Significantly harder.
Things are going to get harder. Things are going to get harder. Not all things.
That's what she said.
I'm here to tell you, all right? If you are struggling with V'ger and you're thinking about punching, then maybe, you know what? Listeners of this channel are going to get a little bit of a forewarning. And for the record, I love it. I love it, okay? I love the challenge that it presents, but they whipped all of our butts. All of us.
Not mine.
No, bull crap. They whipped your butt too.
Oh, gosh.
No, I was demonstrating you how my butt wasn't whipped. And you're like, well, you're in game. You
yeah,
would
but
pay for it all.
you're using a tier 22 G7 uncommon. Obviously, nothing is going to be. You're approaching KJ levels. All right, you're approaching K9 Tooth levels. You're approaching.
What do you mean I'm approaching KJ levels? I'm ahead of both of them in the leaderboard.
That's my point.
Right now,
the biggest whales in the game. You're beating them at this point. You're not the representation. You're not the representative of 99.9% of the rest of the players.
It's possible. Go ahead, Putz. Get up 70. Let's do it. Go.
No.
70.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
See, here's the thing that you're missing is that, like, when I make that decision, it is not something I'm going to make the decision and then be able to do it, like, right away. If I'm making that decision, I'm staying at 68 for at least 2, probably 3 months. It's probably going to take me that long, or maybe 4. So, I'm looking at, like, maybe the end of April.
Wait, I thought you said you were hoarding that you could push now. They said you were pushed now.
No.
Now you got to do it. The poll says push to 70 now. Sorry.
Do it.
Sorry, Putz.
Done deal.
Do it.
It's already been brought in.
Audience says push to 70 now. Sorry, can't wait.
Okay. I will do it. I will do it in 3 weeks because I will get Griffin really, really drunk and steal his credit card.
that will probably work. We're just throwing that out there.
Give yourself a month and yeah.
Okay. It's interesting to hear your guys' perspective. Now, to be perfectly clear, aside from if you back up to before 6 minutes ago 6 or 7 minutes when I just said what I wasn't supposed to say, I would have said push anyway. Okay, I would have said push, take the rewards, do all the things. I remember telling you guys how much I hated sitting at Ops 40, not getting G4 materials. Right, I just sat there and I sat at the top of the leaderboards forever. Same thing. I did the same thing going into G6.
It's not fun.
Did the same thing going into G6, and it cost me. I feel like it cost me. So I don't particularly want to play that way anymore. I'm just going to go. When I can do it, I'm going to go. And that's why I say I'm not necessarily going to wait. I mean, I'll play my events as smart as I can, but costing, holding for months, I don't think that's something that I'm going to do. But I will tell you, the content for this coming month is extremely challenging. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun for people. Okay. But it's going to also be very, very dangerous for people who may push before they're ready. So, that's
or might already have.
Or already have. Here's looking at you, Ben Sai. Love you, buddy. All right.
He's looking at me.
No, you know what I'm hearing? You know what I'm hearing is that after the 3 weeks in February of this arc, we're going to really need a vacation.
Weird. It's almost like there's a cruise or something.
That's true. Vic says our community does not like to live dangerously. Yeah, well, I get that. That's true.
That's true.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. Segue.
Hey.
This is a really good segue.
Okay.
For you to remind us, hey, look, ads in 3 minutes or 5 minutes.
Okay.
So over the next 5 minutes, before people go to ads, what do we need to tell them about the meetup, the cruise, all of that stuff?
Oh, yes. Listen. Yeah. Hey, we've got to get, we are closing down the survey in the next 6 days, closing down the survey for if you're coming to the Orlando or the Canaveral meetup. I'll put the link in chat and there we go. I can pin it. There's the pin right now for the Google form, and I'll throw it into the podcast Discord, into the graphics room. Again, this is your final call. We've got 6 days left on your respondent. Again, tickets are absolutely free. We're inviting everybody down to Cape Canaveral for a live party, a meetup, drinks, food, swag, and it's absolutely free for you to enter. We just need a solid head count. Okay. So,
and this takes place on Saturday, February the 28th. For those of you listening to the podcast, you can travel from anywhere in the world to beautiful Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach area in Florida.
Yeah.
And hang out with the whole Talking Trek pavilion here.
And to be clear, I have had some people ask me about the logic of this date, because the cruise gets back on Friday. And I just want to clarify, this is not just for cruise goers. As a matter of fact, it's for everybody, obviously, but it's more so for people who are not. The date was chosen more so for people who are not going on the cruise, right? We're getting back on Friday, but to do something Friday afternoon or Friday evening would have been really, really difficult if somebody was not on the cruise, right? And then traveling in. So that was why we chose to stay an extra day, and we're going to do it on Saturday. Was mainly not necessarily for the cruise people. Again, cruise people, hey, if you want to stay, that's great. You get an extra day's vacation. We'll hang out and have fun, eat food, drink, and do all the fun stuff. But it was actually, here's the thing. For those of us who are on the cruise, we're hanging out all week, right? We're hanging all. Waffly says staying extra 2 days is rough, and I understand that, Waffly. I understand that, but the idea was going beforehand was just not an option. Okay, it just wasn't an option.
Couldn't do it.
That would have been even worse for people not going on the cruise.
Night,
no.
Yeah, the Thursday night beforehand is the big party that ECP is running in one of the hotels.
Yeah,
so that wouldn't have been a good time for all of us to do a meetup on a Thursday.
Yeah, because then people wouldn't have been able to do it from work and all this stuff.
Wait, there's a party on Thursday?
It's late. I don't think I'm actually going.
Oh.
It's like 7 to 11 at night, and it's at the cruise hotel.
Yeah, I won't even be there before then. I think I'm not landing until like 10 or 11. But nonetheless, where is the meetup? I don't think we're quite ready to reveal that. Yeah, we're not supposed to say yet. It's in Cocoa Beach. We haven't released the name of the venue yet, but I mean,
it's north of Port Canaveral. It's right there.
Yeah, if you saw, I showed the location of the hotel where I'm staying, and if you guys want to book in that hotel or immediately around it, you'll be just fine. Okay, that was the only thing I was allowed to share.
It's also about a 20-minute Uber from either Orlando or the hotels that we're staying at, because we're at a hotel that's like just down the street from DJ's. So like, if people are like, oh, but I'm going to be in Orlando, I'm going to be at Disney. If you would still like to go to the meetup, it's about a 20-minute drive.
Okay.
And
so not too
in the
off
middle
of
of the day.
Yeah, not too off of bad. We're trying to make it inclusive of everybody. But the big idea,
right?
And I know that there was some frustration about this among some people. I saw Waffly in chat. Staying an extra 2 days is rough, and we might all be sick. Who knows? Cruise crud might have already hit us at that point. And so I fully acknowledge that. But it was more keeping in mind people who are not going to be on the cruise, right? Because we just hung out for a week, and we're all going to hang out and party all week long. But for those who are not going to be joining us on the cruise this year, right? Like Daystros is dying to come to this thing and meet everybody and hang out just like we did the other year. Last year.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like that's who we're thinking about. We're thinking about people who weren't able to make it on the cruise, but still can get there for a Saturday afternoon event. If they fly in Friday or drive in Friday night and hang out Saturday, and then still have a travel day Sunday to go home. So I understand. You know what, Waffly? Here's what I'm going to say. The extra 2 days is rough, and it is for everybody. But you know who I blame? I blame ECP for that. Okay, if I'm going to be no, and I don't mean in a bad way. I mean, the timing of the cruise, Griffin, is terrible. It should have been a Saturday to Saturday. All right? Running Friday to Friday is just really complicated. And if you remember, our first year was Thursday to Thursday, and that was a nightmare. That was a nightmare for me. So that's the problem is actually the timing of the cruise. If the cruise last year, it was Saturday to Saturday, and it was glorious. All right, that was perfect. But the timing of the cruise is what the challenge is, and we're trying to schedule around that. And obviously, I joke when I say blame ECP because actually it's Royal Caribbean, right? They're the ones who choose the cruise dates, and we just have to hop on for the ride. So it was just a challenge to work around that particular ship schedule. And this
also,
is what we ultimately chose for the convenience of everybody who was not going to be on the ship. And that was the big thing, because we know a lot of people that are coming to this meetup are folks that are not necessarily. Last year, over half of the people that came to our meetup were not on the cruise. And that is what I want. All right. That is what I want. I want it to be welcoming to everybody. I want everybody to be able to come in and hang out, whether you're on the cruise or not. This is a community meetup, regardless of whether or not you spent thousands of dollars to get on a boat. All right. Look at Bubba Joe. Bubba Joe, for example, hates cruise ships. He's never going to go on the cruise. All right. But there's a possibility he comes down to hang out with us for this event because he doesn't have to get on a boat. You know? So that was the reasoning. Boat. That was the reasoning. And I will accept all ire from the community for those who might not be able to make it. I was informed today, sadly, by Major Samo that she's not going to be able to make it because of exactly that. It's just extra travel, it's extra hotel, and it's not going to be something that's going to be able to be feasible for her. We're going to miss her greatly. She was there last year. And it does, Tarpy, it makes me second guess everything, all right, because we're going to be missing some amazing faces. But I'll tell you.
What is the alternative?
The big reason, the big thing was we wanted it to be welcoming to everybody, whether they were on the cruise ship or not. And I have to trust that my gut was right on this, but maybe it wasn't. It might be a failure. And if that's the case, I accept the blame. But
I don't see that you had, there was no second choice.
I don't feel like there was.
Literally no choice.
I didn't feel like there was.
Yeah, because the other option was Thursday afternoon or Thursday evening, and then you're basically keeping out anybody who has a normal work schedule.
Yeah.
And
coming in on a Thursday
thing that we did,
it's just not possible.
Yeah. The other thing we did on purpose was, like, Beck and I did this on purpose, was we're having the meetup from 12 to 5 in the afternoon instead of 5 to 10 in the evening.
Yes.
To keep some of the travel a little bit easier. So if you're driving in from somewhere else in Florida, you can still drive home that day if you'd like.
Yeah.
And also, I already have a list of local establishments that people could go to afterwards if they already have a hotel in the area and want to keep hanging out with people.
Yeah.
So, like,
scheduling was a challenge, and we're doing the best we can. But I apologize for those who it is going to be inconvenient for, and those names and faces that we're going to miss. We're definitely going to miss you. But just given the cruise schedule, this was probably about as best as we could pull off. That was welcoming for everybody, because again, like before the cruise, if somebody can't make it on a Saturday, then they're definitely not going to be able to make it on a Thursday. You know what I'm saying? So I tried. It was a tough decision to make. I'll accept responsibility for that, and I'm going to miss everybody who can't be there. But the Google form is up, and if you can make it on that Saturday, then please do fill out the form, and that way we can get a good head count. We can get you your swag and have a great time together. But I do need a head count.
The swag is really cool.
The swag is very cool. It's
really cool.
Custom made. All right, we've got some custom-made swag. It's going to be beautiful, so please do fill out the form. It is there, and that will stay up for about 6 more days, okay? So,
also,
yes.
So for the people who've been to Scopely meetups in the last year, so you've seen the backpacks, you've seen the notebooks, you've seen some of the lanyards. I know that we're getting different stuff this year, and what I've heard about that different stuff is it's really, really cool. And I'm excited for it because it's not the same stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not more of the things that you already have.
Yep, it's going to be a good time. So if you are able to make it, then please fill out the Google form and be sure to come over and check that out. Okay, we appreciate that very much. Listen, before we get back into our segment, we do have to take a very quick break for the podcast audience. So we're going to do that right now. And when we return, then we will get back into your catch-up list. We heard from Potts, so what is Matters working on? What's Dastros working on? And what's Tarpy working on? We're going to talk a little bit about that, their checklist, what they've got checked off on their checklist. What about me? You already did everything with the button.
What?
That button.
See?
Go ahead and press that button. You worry, Griffin. I have questions for you too, my friend.
Dastros has questions for Griffin. That way he doesn't feel left out. Okay, there we go. Guys, we're going to take a very quick break, and when we return, more of Talking Trek, Star Trek Fleet Command's official podcast, back right after these words here on the official podcast of Star Trek Fleet Command.
I'ma make it quick. More money, more power.
Yo. Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you guys all being here. Yes. You know, here was the problem there. I missed the commercial break on Twitch. I was actually too late. Tarpy was sending me warnings. She's like, we're out of snoozes. And it ended up going a little bit long. So the folks on Twitch got their commercial break a minute or two earlier, but I still had to take a break because I had to go to the litter box. And we still have to take a break for the podcast audience as well. They still have to take a commercial break because, you know, the podcast puts the ad thingies in there. So I got to put it in. If I don't put it in a natural spot, Griffin, then they just interrupt our conversation. All right.
They do. They're very rude.
They're very rude about
crap
that.
About our stupid little game.
Yeah. So got to do that. But anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Welcome back in, everybody. My name is UltimatDJz. That's Griffin. We are talking Trek, Star Trek Fleet Command's official podcast. On our stage tonight, our panel of experts. Everywhere It Matters is here. Executive producer Tarpitude, Putz, Dastros, and several others as we talk about your wrap-up of this month's January arc as we head more into the interim arc and into February. Now, before we get into what it is that the panel is going to discuss, I wanted to very quickly take a look at this blog post, Griffin. The blog post gives us our interim schedule, okay? And this is, again, I'm giving a little bit of a thumbs up to the Scopely Comms team. This is a better feeling comm than what we've seen in the past. It's all the interim events. It's out early. All right. If you guys remember, last month, the interim schedule actually launched 2 days after the interim schedule began. You guys remember that?
It did. It was a little late. It was a little late. This month, we have an interim player schedule plus an advanced player schedule, which is great.
Yeah, it is fantastic. We've got interim. We've got mid-ops. We've got 51 plus and so forth. So let's run through this very quickly, Tarpitude, before we break into the rest of our content. Yeah, Griffin.
Can I read the intro? I love reading the intros.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I give you Griffin.
That's right. It says continuity protocols, profits and planning have begun by Billy from Accounting. Quark Spar is thriving on Deep Space Nine, but Quark and Rom know there's far more profit waiting to be extracted. With a little help nudging station officers into action, everyone can earn their cut. Check in daily to help Quark and Rom maximize their profits to earn rewards in the Profits and Planning event store. Don't miss a day, Commanders.
There you go. So obviously feel free to sub out Quark and Rom for Billy from Accounting. Obviously, there's more profit waiting to be extracted, and Fleet Command knows that. All right, so let's see what Billy from Accounting has in store for us. Starting on Monday, Ops 20 through 50 are going to launch a new meta. This is called Profits and Planning, and it's going to run, it looks like, for about 5 or 6 days. There will be SMSs called Manufactured Threat Reports. You'll just be destroying some hostiles. Another one called Hostile Yield Analysis, including swarm hostiles, and then a solo leaderboard for ship upgrade materials. followed on Tuesday by the launch of an interim officer flash pass and 2 more SMSs, one destroying hostiles with a battleship and then another by destroying Dominion hostiles. So again, could be a little bit of synergy there. Take a look at that. Wednesday, January 28th, we're going to see another SMS just destroying generic hostiles. We got the Tech Booster SLB, which is going to be Forbidden Tech and, Forbidden Tech, Protomatter, and Tier Up Catalyst for Chaos Tech reactors and Chaos Matter. So Prototype, Forbidden Tech, regular Forbidden Tech, Chaos Tech, you're going to have an event, a solo leaderboard for that. You're also going to see salvage optimization routines by destroying lost hostiles. Those are up in Voyager space, in case you've forgotten about those. Promotion on the Promenade will be a heroic event. Solo milestone for Ops 20 through 50 by recruiting and tiering up listed officers who have spent time on the Promenade. Interesting little hook there.
No, they're all maxed. Where's my whale button?
Well,
I maxed them all.
This is only 20 through 50, so you just sit down there, pretty boy, and relax, okay?
Oh, okay.
This is just 20 through 50.
Call.
Then you've got artifact enhancement, scoring in the event by restoring and upgrading artifacts. That's going to run for 5 days as well. Starting Thursday, January the 29th, again, Ops 20 through 50, you've got escalation incentives, a solo milestone for destroying Federation hostiles, and then engagement density mapping for defeating listed armadas, specific armadas that are going to be listed in the event. Friday, January 30th, tips for profit, destroy Klingon hostiles, and then you've got drop rate amplification by gaining power via research, defense platforms, buildings, and dry docks. That is basically a power gained version of domination. Saturday, January 31st, a solo milestone for destroying Romulan, and then a second one for destroying Herogen hostiles. Again, focusing in on that Voyager theme there. And you're going to have a solo leaderboard for collecting uncommon, rare, and epic officer shards. Bonus points for Ferengi shards. You'll also score by promoting officers, leveling officers, and spending trait XP. That will be a solo leaderboard. Sunday, February the 1st, you will have operational dependency. This is killing hostiles with an interceptor, and a solo milestone for killing augment exile hostiles with your Reliant. Again, Andy, do keep in mind, this is interim, okay? And it's mid-ops, all right? So it's not for us. This is Ops 20 through 50 only. So if you're 51 plus, ignore everything I just said for the last 3 minutes, all right? This is specifically regurgitation of previous content for acceleration for mid-ops players. Monday, February the 2nd, profit.
Hold on. Let me read the big event introduction for the advanced players.
We're
we
not
did the mid-ops intro.
I didn't read that yet. I have one more day. Hold your whaley horses.
What are you talking about? Oh, you're doing Monday the 2nd?
Monday, February the 2nd.
I'm getting you guys the Hug It Out t-shirt, and I'm going to make you wear it on the cruise.
I refuse. Monday, profit-driven war planning, destroying Romulan and Klingon hostiles, and then closed-loop exploitation by killing hostiles with an explorer. That is your mid-op schedule, 20 through 50. These events, again, interim style, a lot of regurgitation there, but at least we have a schedule. You know what you're working on, and there is a fair number of events. If you take a look here, on every single day, there is a minimum of 2 solo milestones. Should give you an opportunity to do a decent amount of catch-up. Hopefully the event rewards are decent, and they are obviously focused on some Reliant and Voyager themes, so that should hopefully accelerate those loops for those of you who are still participating in maxing those loops. Griffin now would like to give you the introduction for general events and Galactic Rush. Hold on, where's my echo button? Galactic Rush for Ops 51.
That's right.
Griffin, what do you got?
That mid-ops arc runner did a great job. There's lore, there's a story, there's characters, things going on. And now for the advanced players, spend money to win.
Spend money to win. There you go. We got Galactic Rush. Monday, January the 26th for Ops 51 plus. Actually, this is for everybody. Crucible of War will start on Monday. For those of you Ops 51 plus, there's absolutely nothing for you on Monday. On Tuesday, January the 27th, your Officer Flash Pass will launch, along with an Outpost Battle Pass. This will be the first time that we see this new weekly or week-long version of the Outpost Battle Pass. And I can tell you, we are still advocating for just uber numbers of directives to get dumped into that thing to help try to make up for some of our shortcomings that we've experienced this month. I have no idea what's going to end up happening, but I told him, listen, if there's any less than 10 starts in there, I'm going to poop on it. All right, that's just it.
Please don't do that on stream.
I'll do it on stream. I'll do it in such a way that completely motivates.
You're going for 6,000 elite credits is what you're asking for?
I want 6,000 outpost directives, not the elites.
That's what it is.
I want.
What about the elites?
Well, the elites, they already said they were putting 1 or 2 in there. The elite. Here's the crazy thing: elite sourcing didn't get worse. Okay, elite sourcing didn't get worse from last month to this month. All right. It costs,
that doesn't mean it's good.
No, it's not good. But even if they have, which I have heard that they're going to put a couple of elites in there, 1 or 2 elite starts, and that's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's not the one that got worse. Okay, so that's fine. If they put a couple starts in there, DJ, that's great. But
DJ.
Yes.
Loston would like to apologize for being late to the stream, but he was admitted into the hospital last night.
Listen, in all fairness, your daughter. Oh, wait a second. He had to perform emergency surgery. Wait, you received emergency surgery? I feel like Loston is messing a cheesecake-ectomy.
He had a cheesecake-ectomy. Oh, no.
Listen. Much of a brick.
Listen,
Miralax just wouldn't cut it.
It's not my fault you ate the entire cake in one sitting, all right? I'm sure that would clog anybody up. No, joking aside, Loston, we were talking about that at the beginning of the show, and I told them that your daughter warned you about eating it because it smelled like cinnamon. I was like, wait. Now, I have to ask, was that just a play for your daughter to get some more of the cheesecake, or was she genuinely worried for your safety? I mean, here's the thing. We grow up raising our kids not to accept candy from strangers. Okay? I mean, that's a number 1 rule, right? Don't take candy from strangers. Then I ship you a cheesecake and your daughter goes full 911 on you. All right? Just why are you eating a cake sent to you by somebody on the internet? It smells like cinnamon. They're probably hiding poison. All right, and your wife today told you that you were insane to eat it. Well, it was delicious, wasn't it? And you're still alive. Yeah, some guy on the internet sent me food.
I think the question you want to ask him is, was it worth it? That would be the question.
Was it worth it? All right. I also heard you joke last night it was the most expensive cheesecake that you've ever purchased in your life because this was because of last year's Bengals. But yeah, it was. I hope you enjoyed it. And I genuinely hope that it shipped okay. Shelby said his shipped good. It was still chilled, not frozen, but chilled when he got it. And that the freezer packs were cool, but not yet still frozen. So Lawson says, I'm still working on it. Well, that's fantastic. Matters is, meanwhile, sandpapering stone. All right. He's over there, and he's just gonna take a cinder block and he's just gonna rub it.
Sounds like Matters.
Lawson says it was perfect. Vic says, if I don't get food poisoning, then it's a win in my book. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so very much. I appreciate, again, all the support. And I hope that you love I love that you enjoyed the cake. And it's a great, it obviously produced great stories within your family. That's good. I'm glad on the timing of the hospital gag. Yeah, we were talking about that at the beginning of the stream. I actually had joked, had anybody heard from you today? And Shelby, we haven't heard from either you or Shelby, and I became immediately concerned. All right.
And the only thing that anybody told us about you is that, oh, yeah, I saw him in the Veil space and I popped his OPC minor. It's like, oh, no.
I was like, wait, he's OPC? That means he hasn't been online in hours. Lost it? No! But here you are. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, Griffin, back to the 51 plus interim schedule. Tuesday, you'll have your Outpost Battle Pass and a War Room AMS. That is actually Ops 20 plus. Everybody's going to see the War Room Alliance milestone that you guys usually get knocked out in about 6 or 7 seconds. Then Wednesday, January 28th, we've got the V'ger Invasion Finals. All right. And this is going to be a continuation of some of the meta and leaderboard events that we've had this month. We also see the reintroduction of Galactic Rush. Now, I got to be honest with you. You guys are going to have to fill me in, Griffin, on Galactic Rush because I don't remember enough about it last month other than
That's fine.
I'm pretty sure I wrote it all off. Did I?
Did.
I did. Why did I write it off? Was it
I don't remember.
TLDR says it's garbage.
Materials. Yeah, it's basically a material spend event broken up into like 5 milestones, but then there's no overflow from one milestone to the next. And in the middle, there's a hostile kill. So it's not worth most folks' investment in time because it wasn't structured well and it didn't pay out that great either.
A lot of people.
Well, let's hope they fix that. That's fixable.
Yeah, it was actually a really big debate last month when you were talking about this because it's like, you shouldn't do this at all. It is stupid.
Yeah, Cruzita says, so wait, you're telling me that for 51 plus, we have nothing but a series of spend events. Well, let's continue on. On Thursday, we have Galactic Rush, spend materials. Friday, January 30th, we have Galactic Rush, spend materials. Saturday, January 31st, we have Galactic Rush, spend materials.
Hey, at least it's not a cross-server leaderboard or something, right?
No, in fact, there is a cross-server alliance leaderboard going on the entire time. It's a 5-day event starting January 28th through February the 2nd. Yeah.
But you can get a rep grind token on G7.
Hey, don't worry. Friday. Don't worry. Friday, January 30th, we've got Galactic Rush for spending materials. Okay, well, Saturday, it's got to get better. It's the weekend, right? Saturday, Galactic Rush. Score points by spending materials. Okay, well, at least Sunday we're going to have something. Galactic Rush, score by spending materials.
David.
Smacked in the middle of all that spend materials. I think you missed something on Saturday.
On Saturday, yes, there is a faction hunt.
You missed another thing.
It's not in the blog post, is it?
What?
It is in the blog post.
Choice officer recruit. Choice officer recruit. Oh, incursions. Incursions.
That thing. There we go.
Go ahead and press the David button again. Press the David button.
David.
So not a whole lot going on.
I need to get a Daystros button. All right. I need to get a Daystros button. He's excited about incursions. Daystros.
David.
Daystros. Daystros. Listen, not gonna lie. I wish I was Ops 50 again for this interim arc. Silvertab says one of the worst money grabs. Galactic Rush. Like I said, I remember skipping all of it last month. There must have been a reason I skipped all of it last month, and you guys are helping me remember, which means, Tarpy, I'm either going to get to grind and catch up, or I'm going to take a week off. What are you doing, Tarpy?
Working. I'm going to be... So I need to max my pick hue. So I'm going to try and grind enough of the NX01 stuff so that I can do that.
Okay.
So I'm going to, I think it's been kind of obvious when I've said I have been really busy with work, most of November and December, that kind of keeping up with some of those long grinds that you have to do every week anyway.
Sure.
Isn't always a thing. So I need to math out how much I need to do that, getting 5 hue shards a day or whatever. And yes, chat, I know it. He's in Officer Depot tokens. That's not the point.
Wait, do you not have it?
Oh, you don't have the shards.
No.
So you're not talking about the epic board crap you need.
Oh,
you need the shards and the epic board crap.
I have neither. Yes.
Wait, okay, so curious. Just curious, let me ask a question. Are you not spending the Officer Depot tokens on purpose because you don't have the 35,000 epic board credits, or why?
Both, because I I also don't see the point in spending the depot tokens until I can max him. And while there is a coda event, and periodically that other SMS they did once to spend officer depot tokens, I was like, okay, I will spend the exact number of depot tokens to finish that SMS.
Sure.
Get the rewards from the SMS because then I get more stuff. But until I have the number of depot tokens that I need to max him, there is no point in doing that.
I actually agree with that, because you never know how many other officers you're gonna pull, or what other shards you're gonna get while you're waiting for that upgrade currency. So yeah, I find validity in that.
And they have periodically had in other event stores pick Hue as a reward. So when they had that, it was 100 or something pick Hue shards or 200 pick Hue shards. I got all of those, and I wouldn't have known I didn't need them, or if I'd needed them if I had, I don't know.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense to me to spend the currency until I know how many
Carissa
I need.
agrees with you. Why buy 100 if you need 200? I've kind of been doing the same thing and just kind of hanging out until I have enough to do whatever it is I'm going to do, because you could earn more in the meantime, right? So right from rare Zindi loot, you could do that. So there's a lot of reasons to hang on to that. You know, why spend on those shards until you're ready to do it? The big hang up there is the 35,000 epic board credits. Those are tough.
Nightmare.
That's a tough to get.
That took me over a month and a half to do. I just got it tonight.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff to accumulate.
Yeah. So it's still another month or two and another 800,000 at least depot tokens that I would need to max in. So what my goal is to math out the amount of, as Mr. Tony Sir is saying, the NX01 opportunity chest tokens that I would need to get there, with the approximate spend that I do every few days of those epic export credits just in the faction store.
Well, the good news is you do have Alliance tournaments going on right now also, which does kind of coincide that there is a free-to-play event that could push you along there a little bit if you can roll the refreshes and get that to gain the 6,000 uncommons. And of course, if you're gaining the 6,000 uncommons, you're also gaining rare and epic with those choice tokens as well. So if that is something that you're working on, just as a quick FYI, Alliance tournaments rolling on, and that can at least give you a little bit of bang for your buck when it comes to spending those opportunity chips as well.
But then I will also ask you, does it matter if I have the 35,000 currency when I'm still 500 shards away from the officer himself? Because if I am not using that in the meantime, I'm also wasting all of the things I could get from that.
I believe I'm going to contradict myself from earlier in the show and say you need to be saving those epic credits, because the 35,000.
Don't spend the epic credits. You push one wrong button and you'll spend 9,000 of them.
35,000 is so hard to accumulate. 35,000 is so many. And it takes a long time to pick those up. Really does.
It does, but also I have 500 shards of pick Hue left. So
I think that goes quicker than you think.
Yeah, I think that's going to be
depot,
faster.
You'll get there quicker.
That'll be faster. That'll be faster than 35,000 epic credits, I think.
No.
You don't think?
I had a T3 pick Hue when I went to G7 a week after both of you did, and I'm now halfway there. So it'll still take me another 3 months.
Riskbreaker says we're wrong that it's faster. Dude, I mean, the way that they hand out officer depot tokens, I don't know, man. I feel like, I mean, that's obviously if you're dedicated on that, right? If you're dedicated on officer depot tokens, but
yeah. Yeah,
I mean, you should have him maxed in 100 days.
I should have had him maxed 6 months ago. I know.
Well, hey, I'm with you on that. I didn't have Seska maxed when everybody told me I should have had Seska maxed. And we make choices along the way. There are certain things that we do that cost us time in other ways. So I totally understand that perspective. I'm not guilting anybody on it. I'm just saying I do believe that 400 or 500 epic hue shards is going to come a lot faster than you believe. Now, maybe does it come faster than 35,000 epic tokens? Maybe not, because Griffin said he did that in about a month and a half, and it probably did take me 5 to 6 weeks as well. So, maybe. But it also depends on what else you're spending, choice tokens on. If you're going to dedicate it completely to pick hue, then I think it would be faster. I don't know. Riskbreaker says I'm wrong, but I don't know. I felt like, and maybe it was just a feeling thing. Cruzito's going to give me grief. Maybe it was a feeling thing, but I felt like I was waiting forever and a day to get 35,000 epic board credits. It was nuts. Just felt like I was waiting forever to pull those things out. So I don't know. But that's what Tarpy's working on. Going to be focusing on the NX01 loop. All right, and specifically opportunity choice tokens. So I'm assuming, or opportunity chips. So I'm assuming you're going to be going out there with Anorax and just grinding the crap out of level 40 battle, or the level 40 assimilated things, right? No, not assimilated.
Woo.
What are they called?
You're right. Not the aquatic, but the
water
other one.
Aquatic ones. That's what you want. Yeah, the aquatic. You're just going to go grind the crap
battleship
out of
aquatic ones.
Anorax full synergy and just go grind the crap out of level 40 aquatic NX01 hostiles. Yeah, okay, there you go. So
words are hard.
Yeah. Clark says I'm still at 6,000 out of 10,000 for tier 3, buddy. It doesn't stop there. No. 10,000 for tier 3, then tier 4 is like 16 or 18,000, and then tier 5, 35,000 epic board credits. Those things are a real huge sink.
Awful nightmare
huge sink. Yeah. So
my idea is to get the 35,000, and then because I'm at 6,000 right now, I'm not worried because I still have that half of a last tier. So I'll get to the 35,000 and then not spend below that until I max pick hue.
Lost In just dropped 21 gifted into the chat. Thank you so much, Lost In. That is amazing. Thank you so very, very much. Getting us ever closer to spinning that wheel. I'm super excited about that, guys. I can't tell you. We're within a stone's throw. You realize that we are less than 800 subs away from being able to spin that wheel. I am so excited. I can't tell you. I am so excited about that. So coming up tomorrow, if we do a bonus stream, just as a side note, Lost In, if we do a bonus stream tomorrow, there will be some bonus goals, and we're going to put those available tomorrow in a bonus stream. Maybe some Fortnite or some other little stuff if I'm snowed in. Spin it while clearing the veil, maybe. Lost In must have liked the cake.
Why do you want to spin it so bad? What else is on there?
Dude.
Did you put like rescue a queen African bee from an abandoned shack in the middle of the country?
Yeah,
that
obviously.
was awfully specific.
It was very specific, wasn't it? No, current items.
We need to put that on there.
Current items are go to Las Vegas dressed as a furry, do the edge walk from the CN Tower in Toronto, spend an overnight in a haunted house, get tased at the Police Academy, clean Tarpy's house in a French-made outfit, bungee jump with Tarpy, get assaulted by Beck with a paintball gun, caddy for a round of golf for Griffin. Bungee jump with Tarpy actually has 2 entries on the wheel. Then there's the Hellfire Burger in Bentonville, Arkansas, going to a Star Wars convention in a Star Trek cosplay.
Love it.
Donate Legos to the hospital. Take a donkey ride with DJ's mom in the Grand Canyon, and then do a polar bear plunge in one of the Great Lakes. Those are currently the ads. And you have an opportunity to add your item to the wheel. We are but 2,300 bits away from adding another item to the wheel if you want to do something like that. So anyway, very excited. Thank you, Lost In. Didn't mean to side rail that, but thank you so much for your generosity. It's absolutely mind-blowing, and I appreciate you so much. So
the greatest of all time.
Oh, yeah. You are a legend. Thank you. Who just did that? Lost In just added 2,200. 2,200, Tony Pie with 300, and that's a Go Wheel ad right there.
Oh, no. My least favorite part of the show.
That's a Go Wheel ad right there. Well, we'll get to that.
At least you don't have to go bungee jumping.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're going to get to that right at the end of the podcast. We'll wrap up the podcast, and then we'll stay after and let the live studio audience choose the next Go Wheel ad, okay? That's not good listening. Unless the podcast audience wants to hear some of your ideas for daring stunts that they want to do.
I've got a great idea. One of you should make DJs march his ass into Scopely headquarters and slap Beck with the tortilla.
If you want to see me breathe my last breath, then that would be a good idea. Okay. Yeah, that's
just no words, no anything. Just walk up through security, approach Beck, and
oh my God.
Wow.
Boom.
Yeah.
Listen, why not go all the way and slap Billy from accounting with the tortilla?
Okay, that could be more of a sell right there. Can we get Billy from accounting and just slap him in the face? So there's that. We've got some fun there. We can do it.
DJ would survive better. DJ would survive better if he slapped Connor versus if he slapped Beck.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Okay. Absolutely no doubt about it.
Connor would probably like it too much.
I would I would cease to breathe. Okay. Or get Beck to slap me with a tortilla. That would be more likely. Okay.
Oh, very therapeutic. Yes.
Yeah. That would be more likely. All right. Well, listen, we'll stick around after the show and get that going. Tarpy, who's next with their to-do list? Daystros, you had mentioned you had one. Matters, I don't know if you've got something working. Tarpy's working on NX01 for Pick Hugh. What else you guys got going on?
Would you like to go first, Matters, or shall I?
You go ahead, Destros. That's fine.
All right. So, me personally, what I'm working on over the next few weeks to a month is just slowly chipping away at that ginormous barrier of getting enough reps to get on 73 uncommon ship. In my game, there isn't really anything that my Tier 6 Vengeance can't kill because I've done, I've made sure everything else, all my other ducks are in order. So I'm kind of just like slowly chipping along. The real big thing for me is I think Jules is on the same mentality of now saving parts for the Vengeance, since there are more and more Vengeance efficiencies that exist in the game. And other than the one that got snuck in today, they're all that one and the ship skin, they're all kind of accessible free to play, right? Like you can get the one through the Dauntless up once you get a Tier 7, and then there's the one through the Recon Lotus building as well. So I'm kind of just going to be holding parts as I continue to progress my game to be able to get those 15% efficiencies, which are a little bit on the expensive side, but when the ship is already as expensive as it is, it's not a bad idea to just save where you can.
I like that.
So
that sounds a little bit like what I'm doing too.
Go for it. What's the question, Tarky?
Is that the event that you can only get the cloak and the yoink, like the disco yoink, and the other thing?
No. There's no yoink event anymore. No. Here's the event. That's all you do for that.
Right.
So the one you're talking about, I think it's called Project Deadlist, and that's the Griffin Canine Tooth Istiocat whale levels, where it's only the top 3 on a RSLB that get any currency for the thing, and that's way beyond my price range. I assume at some point we'll see that open up more, but that's how you would get the cloak, the jump, and the summon is through the Giga RSLB.
So that's the one,
or you buy it. You just be done with it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I can do $500 a piece after Tier 15. That's not feasible either.
You're not working hard enough on your third job as a door dasher.
Do you know what? How about this, Griffin? If I beat you at this Jello wrestling match that we have going on, you buy one of the 3 for me.
Oh, that's disgusting. What flavor is the Jello?
I love it. I'm writing that down. You hear that typing noise in the background?
Are we talking like green lime Jello? Or are we talking like Jello pudding?
I'll let you decide. How about that?
That can get in very uncomfortable places. I don't know. Strider, the Jello wrestling will allegedly happen if the wheel spins and lands on that unfortunate pie slice, which hopefully won't. I'd rather die.
I don't think that's on the wheel, so there's not an if there. There's a when.
Yeah, I actually straight up challenged you. I didn't say to make it a Go Wheel ad. I just straight up challenged you to an honorable Jello wrestling duel match like a man.
Oh, wow. Damn.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
You heard all of those words correctly. I said I straight up challenged you to a Jello wrestling match like an honorable man would.
Oh, that's not me. That's Griffin. Okay, got it.
Yeah, definitely Griffin.
Yeah, that's not me. I remember that challenge. I remember that. Yeah, Duder says Jello wrestling with eye contact because that's going to make or break it. All right.
Oh, no. Wait. Eye contact with who? With each other or with you? You didn't specify.
Oh, no,
Should we both be looking at you while wrestling in the Jello?
Oh, God.
Okay.
At the camera.
I'm going to mute myself. Please say that
Destros,
one more time,
nope.
Destros.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You can have your Jello wrestling match anytime, anywhere. I will come off the top rope with my elbow and drop it straight into your vengeance, and you'll never be the same again.
Wow. Holy smokes.
Well, speaking of vengeances, this is the perfect time for me to remind you, Griffin, did you ever kill something with a PMC on your uncommon?
I did.
Ah, okay, because I've seen evidence that it can kill even the daily hostiles for Op 74s.
It can.
Wait till next month. What?
What?
I love it. I'm here for it.
What?
You're gonna get in so much trouble.
Wait, what?
God, the chipmunks are
Trouble.
all over today.
Trouble.
Yeah. Hey, listen, leaks. Leaks.
I think Burton got the clip.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Well, it's been nice seeing you, everybody.
But
Wait, what? Huh?
Destros, say it
Wasn't
again.
me.
I'll mute.
All right, Griffin, I challenge you to an honorable duel of Jello wrestling like a true gentleman and man.
I will chocolate mud wrestle your ass into oblivion.
Oh, my God.
Prepare to get eviscerated.
No, this is not okay. This is not okay.
It's perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will make you eat half the Jello in that mud wrestling ring. I'll have you know.
So,
Gonna cram it down your throat.
I'm just gonna say from a production standpoint that level of Jello, having coordinated a Jello wrestling match on that scale before, I actually have. The amount of Jello to do that with is really, really hard to do. So I'm going to administratively exchange the Jello for the 55-gallon lube can that you can get on Amazon.
Well,
enjoy.
I have actually already purchased 2 of those, so I know it can be done.
Good.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Well, you know what they say? They say that everything is better with lube.
That is true. Shout out. Mm-hmm. All right, there you go. All right, so Destros, what else is on your checklist over the next week? Obviously, you're 51 plus, so there's not a whole lot for us other than Galactic Rush. What's on your chore list for the next week and a half?
Honestly, there isn't really much else. I'll probably use this lighter off-week schedule to reload on some stuff like Transigen and some other things so that next month, whatever comes out that hopefully tries to challenge me with, I don't have to spend time replenishing any of the loops I'm still engaged in to give it more focus. So.
Yep, that's pretty much where I'm at. Grinding some speed ups, mining some Transigen, trying to get caught up on that. I did some waves the other day, try to catch up on that. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's something else that was actually on my list that I needed to do, and I can't remember right off what that was. But I'll figure it out eventually. But I can't remember exactly what it was. Hey, Samo, welcome. Oh, the timing of that is amazing.
Yeah, it's the major.
Samo pops in. Samo pops in right while you guys are talking about Jello wrestling, and I imagine that is not the first thing that she needed to hear about on today's show. I'm just maybe taking a wild guess. Don't know entirely.
Or someone told her, and that's why she's here.
That could be too. So, Destros,
speaking of Samo, I would like to say that she's celebrating something incredibly important this weekend, and we should all give her support.
Absolutely. Coming up this Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. That would be Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern time. We've got Major Samo's in-game birthday, celebrating her 4th game anniversary. And her real life birthday here in I think just a couple of days ago. And we're going to watch her ascend into G7. That is going to be happening this coming Sunday at 3 p.m. East. So you guys be sure to check that out. Here it is on your, oops, wrong button. There you go, on your screen now. That is going to be happening on January 25th. That would be Sunday afternoon. So pretty exciting there. And I'm not sure how late she's planning on going, but I think we've got a show planned at 5 p.m. that day, and we're going to have a special guest on as well. Tarpy, I don't remember exactly what that was. We'll have to figure that out. We've got to sort out the logistics, and I don't want to interfere with this either, so we'll work around that. But nonetheless, it's going to be a very busy Sunday for content, so you guys be sure to start out with Major Samo and celebrating her birthday, and we'll continue on the big day as she
happy belated birthday, Samo.
Into 71. Samo, while we've got you, this would be a great opportunity to chat to you for a moment. And if you are able to pop on mic, I would love to ask this question of you, because you're getting ready to go to G7 on Sunday. So this is a perfect question for you as we're headed into the interim. What is it that is on your chore list? Obviously, we looked at the interim schedule. Not a lot for us. If you're going to a G7, then maybe you plan on partaking in some of the Galactic Rush. But there's really not much else other than material spend for those of us Ops 51 plus. So I'm curious, what was on your to-do list for the interim week, and what is it that you feel like you accomplished in the month of January? And go on. Cruzito says not a lot. You mean nothing? Well, no, there is a faction hunt. Okay, there is a faction hunt, and there's incursions. Okay, so we've got those things. We've got faction hunt, and we've got incursions. All right. Samo is actually getting ready to join here. Let me send a quick invite over so we can see her pop on when she comes. Let me see. Where are you? There you are, Major Samo. So just pop on when you can there. Also, while we're promoting other creators, let me go ahead and point this one out too, Griffin. Tomorrow, this is happening tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. Candy White is celebrating his streamiversary. That is happening tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. So lots of great milestones with amazing creators here inside Fleet Command. I'm very, very excited. So you guys be sure to check out cool. Candy White tomorrow evening as well, and celebrating his his streamiversary and affiliate anniversary. Actually starting season 2, so this will be his first anniversary. He's a fledgling.
Football's over. No more Red Zone. You can just cancel your YouTube TV subscription and just watch this. That's what I would do. That's probably what I will do.
Be a good old time. Hey, is anybody? I actually noticed this. All right, and this is actually somewhat terrible. I have lost my territory buffs because of the territory reset. And I have noticed that my Dauntless will no longer last 19 minutes in the Mirror Universe on 68s.
Rookie.
Hello.
Really?
Hello, Samo. We can indeed.
How's the sound?
Sounds great. You sound like you're right here.
I wish I was.
Do you want to?
So fun to hang out with you guys.
You want to turn on camera and come on screen, or are you just going to do audio?
Oh gosh.
We have the ability. We can project you right on the screen right now.
I can pop you right on if you want. But it was a simple question.
Give me 1 sec to change my shirt.
Okay. Well,
okay.
I was literally
we'll definitely wait. We'll protect your modesty. Let us know when you're fully dressed again.
I was still in an apron from making dinner.
What did you make tonight? What was on tap for dinner tonight?
Well, I had some leftovers from this crazy Asian feast I made the other day. So like some spring rolls and all these crazy beautiful things. But then I made a couple of fresh salads and vegetable side things like crunchy, garlic smashed cucumber salad and this super spicy Szechuan Whittier mushroom.
Ooh, I like a good Szechuan. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Did you
my
stream
mouth is
you
kind
cooking?
of numb right now.
Did you stream
so
cooking?
Give me 1 sec for camera.
That would be great. I'd love to watch that. Here's the thing. I am becoming fascinated with cooking streaming. I don't know why.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
I mean, not that I want to do it.
You definitely knocked it out of the park the first time.
It was a lot of fun.
Does anyone remember the summer of 1997 when McDonald's made the Szechuan sauce dippers for your Chicken McNuggets to go along with the release of Mulan? Boy, that Szechuan sauce was so good.
I actually do remember that. Wait, what?
And then they did the rerun. I think it was like a year or two or 2 or 3 years ago. In honor
there
of
were
Rick and
fights
Morty
in the drive-through line
that
for
very
them.
fact.
Yeah, that was awful. They made way too few of those. But then you realize, you know what? I could just go to the grocery store because they sell Szechuan sauce now in like 5 different varieties.
No, Griffin, I was 2. God, you guys are babies. This is so young.
You were 2 when Mulan came out? That's embarrassing.
Oh, my God. That's crazy. All right. Well, nonetheless. All right, while we're waiting on Samo to come in and tell us what's on her to-do list. Matters, what about you? How have you been doing on your vengeance grind? I feel like I have inadvertently followed Jules Verne's projected path on the vengeance. I feel like probably next month, I'm actually going to accidentally unlock my vengeance. I'm at 835 blueprints.
Ooh.
And this is so embarrassing. I got 50 blueprints today. I don't even know how I got them. I don't know how you still don't have a vengeance unlocked.
Because I don't dump materials like you do.
I have 60 shards left. Or 40
ahead
shards.
of me. You're ahead of me
so
on the
close.
vengeance? Oh,
I've been ahead of you since I went to G7.
Okay, well.
Surprised no one.
Hello?
I have 40 left, so it's like.
All right, let me get you keyed up here. Give me 1 second, and I'll get your.
Thumbelina just chimes in with an "I'm old." You're not old, Thumbelina.
Let's see.
You're not old.
2 up.
Oh, 3 shot. Woo. 3 up.
Strider's making me food.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen,
I knew we kept them around for some reason.
Welcome to the show, the one and only Major Samo. There she is. Oh, slide camera right just a little bit. Slide camera right just a little bit. Scoochie. There you go.
There you go. There she is.
There you are. Oh, and it's... Hold on. Let me fix that name tag there real quick.
You're not Bubba Joe.
Hold
Definitely
on.
not Bubba Joe.
I'm Bubba Joe. Hi, everyone. I've been through a lot this week. I decided, I'm gonna pick my life up. I'm gonna make some changes. I hope you'll go along with this journey alongside me.
There you go.
I do love that color palette on your eyes. It's very nice.
You pretty eyes.
Bubba.
You pretty eyes. Samo, throughout January, a lot of sentiment indicated that the arc felt a little bit slower. There wasn't as many events, and then we take a look at the interim events schedule for 51 plus, and it's daggone near empty, other than spending materials with Galactic Rush. So our theme tonight,
my favorite.
Our theme tonight has kind of been, what did we work on? What is still on our to-do list as we head into next month, and what is on your to-do list? What's on your catch-up list, if you will, before the next arc begins?
Well, as you so very kindly said just a minute ago, I am making the jump, doing the leap this weekend into G7.
Yay.
So I'm actually thrilled that this month has been a little bit slower, maybe, and that the interim week might be a little bit slower because it gives me the chance to, cry into my pillow every night next week, regretting going up into G7. No, I'm kidding. No, I think it's actually been a great month for me. I've been able to focus more on the events that there have been and really do a lot of more behind the scenes of the game stuff. All of our amazing community tools like Spock's Club and STFC.pro have been making incredible strides. I've been lucky enough to be in kind of the beta testings of many of the new versions as they go along. So I've been able to really hone in on those kinds of things and do more math and strategizing and working on crewing and stuff. Because, of course, crewing was a big theme of the month that we all did have to do with all these new baddies. And so it's been wonderful, the kind of slower pace, been able to do even a bit more real life, if I'm allowed to say. It may be shocking.
What?
But there's
real life.
a little bit,
STFC
the cruise is coming up. The next cruise is coming up. And I got to be poolside ready. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
you're going to the gym is what you're saying. You're going to the tanning bed and you're going to the gym.
You ain't skipping leg day. Nope. No, ma'am. Got to get leg day in.
And along the way, I've actually also been building, as I work towards this G7 Ascension, I have been building a personal, and I hope to share eventually, a big old G7 checklist. We have some amazing presentations of each generational gap thus far. But I'm working on some kind of Cliff Note summary of, each category: buildings, research, officers, fleet commanders, all the things, what I would suggest everybody kind of work on. What are the priorities? Who do you need maxed? What levels should your ships be at? That kind of thing. So I've been really working on this big old G7 checklist.
That'll be great. That. Yeah, that'll be fantastic. I'd love to see what's on it, because I feel like I'm still not supposed to be in G7, as much struggle as I have. And
perhaps a lot of people feel you shouldn't be in G7. Yeah.
Bam! Thank you for that. Yes.
I get it. I see from love. I see from squishy love.
But I'll tell you this.
Wow.
And this was something that we were actually talking about a little bit earlier. If we think that the challenge of Hostiles was tough this month, wait till next month. It's going to get even more challenging. And so crew is going to be absolutely important. And so I'm really curious to see, because I tell you, the crews that I'm using, they barely work now, much less next month. So I am very much looking forward to any crew guides that can possibly help out my squishiness, because I'm telling you, it's going to be an interesting time come up as they continue on with this V'ger arc. So there's going to be a lot more to come. As you're working on, your content and your checklist in game, do you have something specific that you're going to spend the next 7 days just grinding on? You had mentioned officers. Is your pick Hugh maxed? Is your Seska maxed? Suitor? Where are you, and what is your focus over the next 7 days?
I'm very pleased to report that, in fact, yes, my PICU, my Seska, my Suitor, my Anoraks, my Janeways, my Joachims, all of them are maxed. I'm ready to rumble.
Fantastic.
That's important.
Yeah, that is.
Thank you.
Way ahead of the game there.
I'm personally working right now with my Officer Depot tokens and stuff on Walk Carol. I have her at tier 3. But I feel like she's kind of getting more important for a lot of things as we go along, or can be a helpful tool. So she's my officer focus right now, I would say.
It's a good one.
Big thing is I'm a bit behind on my G6 research. I'm suddenly jumping to G7 this weekend, but my research is not in a place yet that I can immediately dive into the surge research. Yeah. Now, I've been saving up every single bit of surge that I've been able to get thus far. So I will be able to do a couple of those researches once I get to the point I can unlock them. But it is quite the journey of G6 research to get there. So I'm about to jump up my Crenshaw quite a bit. I want to unlock another below deck slot for, say, Walk Carol. But after that, my focus is definitely research. So it's just getting as many, rare materials as possible. I'm really working on ticketed events these days, and just every event that I can do to get G6 rare kind of stuff, because a lot of my research is a bit held back by that right now.
So it sounds like you've actually got a game plan that's going to allow you to participate in some Galactic Rush. Are you going to try to time things out and work through Galactic Rush this week? You'll probably be relatively in the minority if you do, but if you're going to do this push, you might as well get paid for it, right?
I admit I don't have any plans for Galactic Rush.
Well, if Walk Carol's in it, you do now.
You never know. If you're going to spend materials, for sure.
I'm really trying to weave them around the vengeance.
Wait.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I have to ask a question because we were just talking about this a second ago. How many vengeance blueprints do you have as of now?
So I am behind most of y'all. I wasn't. I'm actually still quite a fresh 70. I've only been for about 3 months. So I have 370.
Okay.
That is that's actually pretty daggone good, considering I didn't even start chasing my vengeance for months. I still don't have it, obviously, but you're well on your way then. So that's fantastic. Well, sounds like you've got a nice plan as you head into your off week. And honestly, as you look at these material spend events, if they do happen to line up with some with some Galactic Rush this weekend, then you might end up actually being able to pull a couple of extra shards because Watt Carroll is in the Galactic Rush store, if I'm not mistaken. So
there you go.
Yeah, might be able to pull a couple of extra of those. My Carroll is still not there either, but lots of stuff that can be worked on. So when can we look forward to seeing some of these teaching guides on G7? I'm excited to see some of that stuff. It's obviously I don't know what I'm doing
I've been getting some screenshots and stuff of certain refineries, certain rewards and things, and then when I go up on Sunday, I want to get more of those kinds of things with direct and recent comparison because we have charts of some things, but then they kind of fall behind. We forget about things. So this obviously will all be as of right now, these are the current numbers. And so
it's hard to keep all that advice up with the economy. The economy changes and then everything else changes. Yeah,
for sure.
And of course, some of the things even that I screenshot might be slightly different than others because of, syndicate levels. I've really focused on syndicate always. I'm about to hit 59, which is going to give me another boost to all my loyalty chests, which I've been saving up. So even some of those numbers will be maybe slightly different from others, but I'm going to try to have as much transparency and, detailing, saying stuff like that, cliff notes.
Crazy enough, I'll tell you this, and this is almost an embarrassing thing to speak about, but I have noticed, and not that I want to admit it, but I have noticed, Samo, a significant difference in my performance today after the maintenance with territory reset. Obviously, we don't have all of our buffs back. My Dauntless is not performing as well. None of my ships are performing as well today. We like to make fun of that a little bit, but honestly, I am feeling that difference. We're going to have to hit the gas pedal and getting back some of the territory buffs and so forth. Not that it's I'm not going to claim that it's a fun mechanic, but I can tangibly feel a difference in those buffs not being there today. So got to get those things back.
It's like people also who, were the unfortunate sufferers of Emerald Chains being reset by accident sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, Emerald Chain being a thing.
In the back things that we forget about, and then you don't know what you've got till it's gone. And then you're like, what?
Yeah. Well, same thing with Alliance tournaments. We had a couple of alliances get accidentally relegated last month. I was actually kind of hoping that was going to be fixed, and actually that did not get fixed. They did put some of those items back in, the holiday items, like they said they were going to, but alliances who were relegated down to elite still have lost out on all the access to those items in Master. So, that was disappointing to see. And again, losing progress on those absolutely matters as well. So that's that's a tough thing to see when you're talking about progressing on. Well, guys, don't forget to check out. Oh, go ahead, please.
Speaking of progressing, though, I have to progress right on out again.
Yes.
I have to get to something for the evening.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you so much for having me up. I wish I could chat more, maybe sometime next week while the game's a bit slower. And again, thank you so much for putting up my little poster there. I really do hope all y'all can come hang out even just for a minute on Sunday. I've got all sorts of crazy, fun, special, unique things just for the day. I'm making a cake and all sorts of fun. Cake? So I hope y'all can pop by and
what kind of cake are you making?
For sure we will.
I just sent out a cheesecake.
Well, you're going to have to come on Sunday and find out.
I'm halfway worried that Shelby might be dead. Haven't heard from him all day.
You killed Shelby, you bastard.
I killed Shelby. Guys, be sure to check out.
Nothing ever.
You guys be sure to check out.
I'll put up the Shelby bat signal.
Yeah, we need the Shelby signal. You guys be sure to check out Major Samo this coming Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A big round of applause for the Major Samo. Thank you for stopping in.
Thanks,
Thank
Samo.
you so much. Ciao. Have a great night, all.
Happy belated.
You guys be sure to check out the birthday G7 Ascension and 4th game anniversary coming up Sunday, 3 p.m. East here on Twitch. Griffin, let's get ready to wrap up our shows. We've been on near our time here. Tarpy, has anybody not yet gone with their checklist, or has anything not yet been covered with what you guys are actually working on?
I hate you. I hate him.
All right,
I just hate him.
Fine. Griffin.
Matters.
Griffin.
You always do this. You always do this to me.
Okay.
Do you remember the time we were at the convention and you asked everybody the same question and then it was my turn and you just changed the questions to the next question?
Because you know what? Because I look at you like a host. You're my partner. You're a host. You're not, you don't answer the questions. You ask them.
Well, I want to hear Matter's list. I'm not going to share my list with you anyway. You don't deserve it. I'll tell everybody else later. Matters, go ahead.
I want to hear it, Griffin.
I want to hear it too. All right, Matters, what is it that you're working on inside Fleet Command this week?
Mine's not particularly exciting. I mean, I think everyone knows I've been a little disenfranchised with the game over the last few months. Mm-hmm. It's been I don't know. It's lost a lot of its shine to me.
But you've enjoyed the crewing challenge of the new hostels, right? Like that's been a fun puzzle for you, right?
So like. Yeah, my focus has been the new stuff that's shown up. So, like, Outpost was awesome, and crewing for that and figuring out how to be better than everyone else. The new hostels, crewing for that, figuring out how to do it better than everyone else. I love that. That's my bread and butter. But as far as overall game progress, I'm still not making much of a push as far as going into G7. I'm focusing on these new things. I'm enjoying that, and I think I'm up to like 200 blueprints or something on a Vengeance, and not really looking at G7 anytime soon.
Okay.
Wow.
Unless I don't know, unless there's some big massive carrot dangled that makes me want to. Have they fixed surges or whatever
they
yet?
Said they fixed
are those working now or no?
I haven't tried one. There hasn't been a surge.
Has anyone tried?
But 40s still pop up in the middle of higher level hostels.
No way. You're kidding. They're still
That's what I've been seeing, yeah.
Oh my God. Mimi says
Not
they are working.
Only 40s, but I've seen people say we still get a random 40 pop in and out. So it's like it's working, but it's not.
Is it, hold on, so is it that they're spawning or is it that just a trailing leftover that somebody hasn't killed yet? Because they won't clear until you kill them, right? It might spawn the new ones, but older ones will still hang out until you kill them.
And
we'll have to wait and get some firsthand information.
Seen a recording. Yeah.
Okay. And well, Mimi says that they're at least
I don't
in a
think
functional
they could
state.
guarantee that they start at every.
Yeah, at least they're functional, and that's good. We can get back in, and we did get 1,400 of the surge particle things to use for our research, our turn-ins, which is basically 14 days of turn-ins, which I was pleased with. I mean, obviously, it would have been better if we could have earned more, but they did give us 14 days of lost refines, and I think that honestly, that makes us more than whole, because even though we lost those 2 weeks of being able to participate, it's not necessarily that we didn't have some leftover goo to turn in on those days. Most people probably didn't lose 14 days worth. So I was actually pleased with that. Lawson says, I'm not pleased. It's still time gated, but I mean, that's a design issue, right? That's the time gate on the material. Oh, and I see what you're saying. You're saying, okay, if we lost 10 days, then we're still 10 days behind schedule. No, I get that. Yeah, that makes sense. But barring changing the refinery, I'm not sure exactly what they could have done there, unless they just gave straight up primordial ooze, right? If they just gave us that plasma without having to refine it, that might have been better. But I'm pretty sure, don't most people have different plasma refine bundle amounts? I think we have different amounts. So I don't know. That may not be correct. I don't remember. So yeah, just give us the plasma, he says. I don't know. I feel like mine is different from what you get. But that's probably because of your ops level, right? So I don't know. But nonetheless, Griffin, let's come and chat to you. What is on your to-do list over the next week? And we'll get ready to wrap up with you being the best ideas on our mind, the last ideas. We'll go to sleep thinking about your ideas.
Well, it's something that requires a lot of thought and sleep that I'm chasing, and that's back to the old-fashioned faction rep. Everybody needs faction rep, and that's where I am right now. I am handily at an Op 74 prestige level 2. I'm 27 trillion in and 22 trillion left to go, which is an unbelievable number. as I try to progress to Ops 76, of which there is only one player in the game at Ops 76 in all of the galaxy, which is pretty exciting to get there. There's 176 and 275s. So, that's where I'm chasing now. The nice thing is, now that I can hit a 75 hostile with regularity, my nice little ship here, the Socrates, is at a tier 7 working on flirt. No, that's not it.
Yeah, that's Socrates.
On a tier 7 going on a tier 8. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm getting close to unlocking that next officer slot at level 45. But I can hit 10 to 11 75s. And the nice thing is when I'm crewed for it and exocomped for it, I'm getting darn near 1 billion faction rep per hostile. So if I hit 1,000 hostiles, that's $1 trillion right there.
Who
so
hits 1,000 hostiles?
Well, it happens. I mean, you can hit 2,500 of them in a day.
Ew, gross.
So that puts it within a 30-day window of potentially getting to the next prestige level, which will be very fun and exciting.
Wow.
The challenge that I face right now is one of materials. I am stuck having upgraded my building to now needing to get to the nice little R&D department. But before I can go to the R&D department to upgrade the G7 research, I need to get to the Academy. The Academy is 44,000 rare.
Wow.
Ore.
Good night.
And I am halfway there. And there are no rare ore efficiencies. There's no rare G7 efficiencies of any kind, only uncommon. Well, joke's on me. I don't need any uncommon. All I need is rare. So, I mean, you can only buy it like 800 at a time for $100.
Wow.
So it's disgusting. The economy, disgusting. Ew. So I'm focusing on the faction rep right now and then just letting the ore fall where it may.
It's from game design, that was a very interesting choice that they made because so far all of the efficiencies, as you just pointed out, have been specifically for uncommon materials. And obviously the writing is on the wall that there's eventually going to be, extra efficiencies that will no doubt probably have a cost to them that will finally break into the rare efficiency for G7. But that's not something that they've typically done in the past in breaking up the rarity of these materials, but they definitely have this time. So
no, it's a new move. So I'm working on that. And also over on STFC.pro, shout out STFC.pro. The thing that I like to look at on a regular basis is where I rank in max power. So I am trying to get top 10 in max power in the galaxy. That is currently held by 52 Voodoo, server 701 with 16 billion and 81 million. He's 10th place. I'm at 14th place. I just passed Canine Tooth yesterday.
So I see that. Taking a look at your screen, here's Griffin in 14th place. And who was in first, or what are you chasing?
10th place is
10th place.
52 Voodoo.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see
10th
it here.
place.
With
if
16,
I have a shot at breaking that top 10, I could get to top 8 realistically, depending on what buildings I build. So that's what we're shooting for. Top 10 in that and going for that next level of prestige.
Now, Shelby has changed his name yet again. Who is Shelby on here? Can't believe that you're still below Shelby, says Burton. And I'm curious which one. Shelby is Voodoo. Oh, that is Shelby.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, hi, great. You're chasing Shelby. Well, hey, don't worry about it. I just knocked him out for 3 days for you with a food poisoning virus. So
perfect. That's exactly what I need. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
He'll probably get zeroed in that time as well.
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. Has anybody done a welfare check on Shelby yet?
Are you like me? Are you at home like me? Before you try UltimatDJz shipped to you cooking, do you have the fork? You have the fork and you have the cheesecake and you're like this. You're like, take the bite. You're like, maybe I should pop a 7-day shield before I put this in my mouth.
I'm glad that's what people are thinking. That's the number one thought process right there. Maybe I should pop a shield before I eat this.
Yes.
Has anybody done a welfare check on Shelby? Is he in fact alive?
He is in fact alive. I have seen him in our arena Discord chat that he is just playing arenas with his alliance mates today. So
okay, good.
He didn't die this time.
Is that
still alive?
Well, is that because he's so incapacitated, all he can do is arenas, or
That's a
You
good
need to
question.
confirm or deny.
Yeah. Well, there you go. All right. Well, with that, fantastic episode here, Tarpy. I appreciate the drive and the preparation for the checklist because it definitely is something that that a lot of players are kind of wondering, especially Ops 51 Plus, who for the next week have literally nothing to do other than a faction hunt later in the week and an incursion that's going to be coming out. So very, very interesting ideas and just kind of catching up, relaxing, and seeing what is what's on the docket for a lot of players as we continue. Actually, I was just going through just a second ago, Tarpy, and just realized that I ran out of the Zindi loot. I just went into my refinery. And
that happens.
Yeah, right here, Zindi Aquatic Exchange. I have run out of tech modules, so I'm going to have to go grind some of those out because I've been doing double pulls of this chest. So going to have to go and stock up again on some of those, and that's something that that we'll be able to do during our downtime. As right now, I'm restocking on Transgen, and it looks like I'm going to have to do some tech modules as well. So we've got that, but we do appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Don't forget, if you're in the live studio audience, you guys be sure to hang out just for a couple of minutes, as we do have a Go Wheel item to add to our spinny wheel. In the meantime, for those in the podcast audience, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you for listening to this presentation of Talking Trek, a registered trademark and recorded in front of a live studio audience for distribution across podcast platforms everywhere. Be sure to visit our website at TalkingTrekSTFC.com. We mentioned the Google form if you're going to meet up with us in Cape Canaveral, Florida, coming up next month, literally only 5 weeks from right now. Please be sure to fill out the form. That form will close down in 6 more days as we need to get our final head count for the swag and the fun stuff and the food and all the great things that are going to happen at our community meetup in Florida. Be sure to fill out that Google form. If you are going on the cruise, then you've also only got about 14 days left to pick up on your official Talking Trek, the cruise merchandise. That is available at our website as well, TalkingTrekSTFC.com. When you click on that, we've got a button for merch at the very, very top. And when you click on that button, then you're going to see right on the front page some of our new merch for the 2026 Star Trek The Cruise. Cool, with a little QR code. We've got a backpack, a beach bag. We've got swim apparel and relax apparel. You guys be sure and go and check out your Talking Trek The Cruise merchandise. Available now for shipping, and you're going to want to have those orders in the next 10 to 14 days so that you can have them in time for the cruise. We also have a few extra buttons this year. If you guys would like to go out and trade, we've got our cruise medallion, Hold My Beer, pack approved, hit it, and Griffin's Griffin's whale button, press to skip. Those are
my
our
favorite
new buttons this year, so you guys be sure and go check out the buttons that you can get, and we'll be able to trade some of those on and off the ship. All right, it's going to be a good time. So, again, thank you. Excellent job to our executive producer, Tarper2. Thank you to all of our panelists tonight, Putz, Daystros, Matters. Thank you to our special guest, Major Samo, for popping in. And, of course, to you, partner, buddy, Griffin. Love you, man. Have a great weekend.
Love you too, buddy.
Appreciate all of you guys for being here. If you're in the live studio audience, stick around for a Go Wheel ad. In the meantime, we appreciate all of you guys and hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. My name is UltimatDJz.
I'm Griffin.
And we are Talking Trek. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thank you for listening to this episode of Talking Trek, the official podcast of Star Trek Fleet Command. Good night, everybody.